Welcome back, guys. Hope you're all doing great. And this is the final part of our full stack music app. And I know it's been a very long time and very long gap because past few days I'm not feeling well because of the traveling and the COVID, and now I'm totally fine. And this is the final part of our full stack music application, and we are going to finish it in this video itself. Okay, so let's have what we done and what we have to do. So this is the app which we designed in the live session. So if you haven't watched those live sessions, I dropped the link in the description box, so go ahead and watch those live sessions. And let's see, we completed the dashboard, and we completed the users part, where the once the user logged in, that will be stored and it will be marked as an admin and role and everything. It's fine. So users part is completely done, and then now we have to do the songs. We have to bring the songs and we have to add a new songs. We have to design a UI for adding new songs, artists and everything. So let's have a look the complete demo over here. So this is the complete demo where you can filter the songs by their name when you're searching for the songs by the name, or let's say for artist by using the artist. See, it will filters the songs by using the artist, and you can use all these filter buttons over here. So these are the things we need to design now. Okay, and of course if you go to the dashboard and the songs, this is the songs where you can delete and add a new songs. This part we have to do now, and the artist, albums, and finally we have to deploy this in the live server. Okay, so this is the part we are going to do, and we are going to complete it in this video. So without wasting your time, let's get started. All right then, so open up your Visual Studio Code and as well as keep your part which we designed in the side by side, and let me open the dashboard songs. So click the dashboard songs. Okay, and here we go. So what we are going to do is, basically, if you have a look here, this is the full demo. So first we do have this menu, fine, and next we need to bring these two parts. So the search option and of course this plus icon, and we need to create one more division. Okay, so let's go ahead and create those things. All right, so first what we are going to do is, I'm just going to delete this, and here I'm going to say class. Okay, so that is going to take the width full. That's going to take the complete width full. All right, so then padding 4, and after that we need to say flex item center, and then justify center, and then flex should be in the column direction, of course, because we need everything in the column direction. You can see everything is in the these are the two divisions, and they are in the column direction. All right, so let's go here, enter. So now I need to bring one more division for bringing that plus icon and as well as that search box. So that is the division, and right after here we need to create one more division. Okay, that is for our you can say that's for our the second part, which is where you can bring all those options and everything. Okay, so here, so basically inside here, when I'm start searching something, for instance, let's say when I'm start searching something, you can see this icon over here, right? So that's to clear the filter. Okay, basically that filter icon will not be displayed, but if you want to keep, you can find, that's fine. Only if you start searching, that will be displayed here, or you can simply keep the clear filter options over there. All right, so let's go here and let's start with here. Fine. So here what we need to do is, let's create a class for this division. First let's create a class. Okay, and that is also going to take the width completely full width. That's going to take a width full width, and of course it's going to be a flex box, and justify the content everything in the center position, and as well as items, everything should be in the center position, and the gap between them is going to be 20. I think so 20 is enough. Let's see, if the gap is not enough, we can increase it later. And then now here I'm going to bring a nav link, because when you're clicking this plus icon, it's going to take us to a new page. So what we are going to do is I'm going to bring a nav link. So nav link, that's the link we have to nav link. Okay, and of course it's going to throw an error because it is not yet imported. This is coming from your react router DOM. We have to import it. So import from react router DOM. Fine. So from there, what we need to do here, I need to import the nav link. Of course, that's fine. Now I need to give a place where it need to go. So to the destination is going to be dashboard. Don't make any mistake, because this is the dashboard. Go to the main route dashboard, then navigate that to new songs. So basically this is coming from your, if you open your dashboard, and there you can see the link. Copy this link and then paste it over here. So don't make any mistakes on your router, otherwise it will be more complex. Okay, so here I need to bring an icon. Of course that icon needs to be imported. So what we need to do is I'm just going to bring the icons which I'm going to use it inside this. So let me copy it and let me paste it here. So these are the icons I'm going to use inside. So this is for plus icon, and this is for play and pause and trash. Okay, these are the icons we are going to use. Okay, so then what we are going to do is I'm going to bring that icon here. I will add, save the changes. All right, so nothing. Now we can see you have that plus icon over here. All right, so then what we have to do is right after here, this nav link, I'm going to bring on input. Okay, and for this input we are going to we are going to create on state, that is going to be the song filter, because basically that's a song filter. So I'm going to create a state. So use state snippet. Okay, so I'm going to use the name called song filter, and press the tab key, and initially the state is going to be empty, nothing. Okay, so then we are going to use that inside our input tag. So here we already know that the type is, of course, it's going to be text only, and the placeholder, what is the placeholder you're going to bring? So search here, I'm just going to say search here. Then we can give the value. Of course, the value is going to be the song filter state which we created. Song filter, that's a state value, and I need to change this value because whenever I'm typing, the state needs to be updated, and then we are getting an error. No issue, that's the state is not initiated, that's the error we are getting. Use state, this one, import it, save the changes, and wait a second, format the document with yes. All right, so now let me save the changes, and you can see that error is gone when you have this option. But when I'm typing this, see, nothing is happening. That's the reason, is because we have to change the value on change. I'm going to trigger an event called on change, and I'm going to have a callback function, and that callback function, I'm going to get an event. That's the event. Through this event, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say set song filter, whatever you are getting the value from the target, we are getting a value. So e dot target dot value, get that value and assign it to the view word trap. All right, save the changes. Default formatter, it's going to be prettier. All right, so every time All right, now it's formatting. Cool. So then what we are going to do is, now if you are checking over here, see, now when whatever the typing, the state is getting updated and the value is depreciated over there. All right, so now I need to write a styles for this. So right after here or here, you can write the styles. So class name is equals, um what I'm going to do is, all right, so basically what we can say is, we can write the width and height. So width is going to be 52. All right, and the padding X is going to be 4 or something, and the padding Y is going to be 2, and the border, okay, and the border. So um if you noticed here, see, when I click this, the border color is a little bit dark. That means when the input field is focused, the border color is a little bit dark. When it is not focused, the border is looking different. Okay. So to do that, what you have to do is, I need to create one more state. So I'm going to create one more state. So that state is going to be, we can say use state snippet, and I'm going to say is focus. You can say is focus, and basically that is going to be false initially. Okay, and that is going to be false. And here, instead of writing these styles in a normal string, I'm going to open a dynamic strings. Okay, and here I'm going to write that string. Okay, so after this, I'm going to check if it is focused. That means the string is true. If is focus, if that state is true, then you have to display the color as, change the border color, border gray 500. I'm going to use the border color as gray 500, and I need to use the shadow MD. Okay, if that is not true, then what we are going to do is, I'm just going to write the remaining styles all over here. So the remaining styles are going to be border gray 300. So just like that. So if it is what you can say, if it is focused, change the border color. If it is not focused, leave the light color itself. Okay, and let's write the remaining styles over here right after that curly brackets. And of course it's going to be rounded medium, and I'm going to keep the BG as a transparent, and I don't need any outline. Outline is going to be none. And what we can say, duration, it's going to be not 75, that is going to be 150, because we need some nice transitions, and transition all. And we can say is in out, and then text base. All right, so just a moment. Where we are, text base. Okay, so right after the text base, you need to give the text color and everything. Let's see how the output is looking first, because we need to see the output first. So save the changes, and so far it's looking like that, looking like this. See, now we can see that the rounded effects and everything is perfectly applied, and the text color is not yet applied. We need to apply the text color. So I'm going to use the text color which I already defined in my style text color. In our Tailwind configuration, we already defined. So font, it's going to be semi bold. Save the changes. And still the focus event is not working. So what you have to do is, we have to fix that focus event. So let's go there. So right after here, we do have an event called on blur. Okay, basically we do have two different events. One is on focus, and on blur. So that on focus will be triggered by the time when you are when your input field is not focused, this on focus will be triggered by the time when your cursor is inside the input field. So when the cursor is inside the input field, I'm just going to say set is focus as true. By the same way, when the cursor is not outside, so when the cursor is not inside, see, when I click inside, it's changed, the state is changed. But the value is not getting updated. Why? Value is not getting updated. We set it as the focus and we'll say see, now it's working. I don't know, maybe my server is taking a little bit time to refresh the entire settings. I think so. That's the reason it's showing lately. Okay, of course it's working. Now when I click inside, the cursor background color, border color is changing, but when I click outside, that means it's need to be removed back. So that's the reason we are using on blur. So here set focus as a false, say the changes. Now it's done. So now it's refreshing. When I click inside, it's like this. When I click outside, the color is changing. See, click here, the color is changed. Click outside, the color is changed. All right, so this is pretty much done. And still our plus icon is not done because we haven't added any styles for it. So let's go ahead and add the styles for it. So I'm not going to add the styles directly for the icon. I'm going to add the styles for the nav link. Okay, so here class name is equals, so class name is going to be, suppose it is going to be flex item center and justify the content in the center. All right, and then what we need to do, px the padding left and right, and py the padding top and bottom, I'm going to say 3. All right, and the border, it's going to be, we need to have a border and rounded MD, and the border color is going to be border gray 300. And then on hover, I'm going to change the border color, so border gray 500. That's enough, or 400 you can keep it. And of course on hover I need to add the shadow effect, also shadow MD, and of course the cursor is going to be the pointer. Save the changes. Now it looks like this. When I hover it, something is not adding up. I given the cursor as pointer. Now it's working. Look at that. See, when I'm hovering here, it's working. Cursor is changed, and the plus icon, I think the size is pretty much enough. If you want, you can increase it much bigger. Okay, I think that's enough for the time being now. Then what we have to do is we have to bring that clear option. Okay, so I'm going to bring that clear. So let me go here. This is the place input, and this is the input is finishing over here. So right after here, I need to bring that clear icons. So for that clear icon, we need to import a different icon. So that is going to be from the React icons itself. So scroll up, and right after here, I'm going to use the AI package in the icons, React icons. That is going to be AI outline clear, and we are going to use that icon over here. All right, so what we have to do is we are going to say as icon itself, icon, enter, and I'm going to say AI outline clear. Save the changes, and that will brings that icon over there. And I'm going to add few styles for this. Class name, it's going to be text 3xl. It's going to be text 3xl, and text color. Okay, and the cursor pointer. Save the changes. So that will be looks like this. All right, so our search box and the plus icon, everything is perfectly fine now. Okay, so we will add the search filtering options and everything later. So let's go ahead and create this container. We have to create this container where we can able to display the songs and everything. Okay, let's go ahead and create the container. So that is going to be the next division, where the division is ending over here. I think you click here and that division is ending right after here. So we can say as this is the main container. Cool. And I'm going to create that division. So div, enter, and of course we need to add the classes. So this is going to be the relative position, relative. Okay, because basically why I'm giving the relative position is I need to place the count of this over here, count as a complete count, like a absolute position. This is an absolute position, so that's the reason. And here now relative, then what we need to do is we can say width full. Of course it should take the width full, and margin y, that means margin both top and bottom, it's going to be 4, and padding, it's going to be 4 in all the corners. Of course we need to add the border. Okay, and then border gray 300. Oops, my bad. Border gray 300, border gray 300, and then rounded empty. All right, and let's save the changes, how it's looking. Look at that, this is how it's looking now. Fine, I think this is pretty much fine. So then what we need to do is enter inside this. First let me bring that count in this top left corner, in the count in the top left corner. So for that I'm going to create a division. So maybe what you can do is you can give a comment line so that you can understand. All right, so here I'm just going to give a command line, and this is going to be the count inside here. Now here I'm going to say the class name. Of course it is going to be the absolute position, so absolute. And right after here, now what we need to do is that should be in the top, in the 4 and left 4. All right, so inside this, now what we have to do is inside here I'm going to create a paragraph tag. Okay, and inside that paragraph tag I'm going to have a span tag. All right, I'm going to have a span tag, and here I'm just going to display the count. And right after that, oh, come on, my bad guys, sorry, this keyboard shortcuts I'm not familiarized still now. All right, so here I need to bring the complete songs, and I need to display the count of that songs over here. All right, so let's go ahead and do that thing. First I need to fetch the songs completely from our database. Okay, I think we already fetched the songs and we already put it in our if you go here, if you go to the utils, if you go to the no utils, where is the API? Here, so you can see they get all songs, this function. So what we have to do is, if you go and check your container, inspect the elements. So let me bring this as a separate one. I'll bring this as a separate one. Move this dock completely. Where is the dock now? Over here. I'll bring it to the screen. All right, so let me remove the toggle device. And here, if you go to the components and state provider, context provider, and you can see the values over here, everything is null. See, everything is null so far. That songs or artists, everything is null, we haven't fetched them. And we do have the user object. That's the reason it's displaying the user object over there. So now what we need to do is I need to fetch the songs if this is not null. Okay, sorry, I need to fetch the song only if it is this is null. I need to fetch it, otherwise I'm not supposed to fetch the songs. So let's go ahead and let's bring those things. So in the index we do have this get all songs function. So I'm going to fetch it from the data. I'm going to use that function to fetch the data in the use effect method. So let's go ahead and create a use effect. So here I'm going to use the use effect hook to fetch the songs. So use effect, and of course that is going to take two different parameters. One is going to take a function and another one is a dependencies. Okay, so passing an empty dependency that will make sure this use effect will be rendered only one time. That's the reason you are giving the use effect with an empty dependency. If you don't give this empty dependency right over here, this will be rendered every single time whenever the change is happening to that component. So we don't want that. So open this function. Inside this function I need to fetch the songs by using the get all songs. So before that, what I need to do is I need to get our context provider custom hook, which we created by ourselves. Okay, so const open a state, and then I'm going to say all songs. This is the songs. This is the variable which we created. That's a context provider which we created, and dispatch is a method equals, and we created a custom hook called use state value, and that is coming from your, it's not predicting automatically. So what you can do is we can type it by ourselves. So basically that use state value is coming from your context provider. So right after here I'm just going to paste it, and this is that use state value which is coming from our context state provider, and I'm going to get that all songs and dispatch and everything. So save the changes. So far there is no mistakes. Just now I said there is no mistakes. Source context, what happened? Source context, my bad, spelling mistake. This is going to be C. All right, so there is no mistakes now. Okay, so now we do have this all songs. So then I have to get that songs over here. So here I'm going to say if not all songs, only if there is no songs. If there is no songs, I need to fetch. So what I'm going to say is get all songs imported from the API, which is we created API, and that's a function, and that is a promise that's going to return a value. So dot, then it's a promise, so you have to have handle it properly. So then that's going to return a data, and I'm going to call a callback function, and I'm going to fetch, get that data from that, and I'm going to dispatch that data to the our all songs. So before that I'm just going to say console.log that data. If I console log it, okay, so let me check, where is that? I think I closed it. Inspect elements. If I go to the console, so these are the previous errors, so no worries. And here now we do have an object, and you can see songs success. If you open the songs, you can see all the songs whatever we have in our database so far. Currently we do have only one songs. That's the reason we are getting the songs over here. So close this. Now we do have our song. So instead of having this, what I can say is I'm just going to delete this, delete it, and I'm going to dispatch it to our context provider. Dispatch the songs, and what I'm going to say first, the type, what kind of action it is, the type of action. It's going to be action type. Action type, it's not detecting action type, so it should be, it's not showing anything. So of course we need to get the action type. So what I need to do is Action type is basically coming from reducer. So import the action type from the um, double dot slash context slash reducer. From the reducer, import the action type. That's the action type we are using here. All right, so action type, now it's loading. So then dot, I need to get set all songs. Basically we are going to set the song. So set all songs, and from in which variable I'm going to set that, I'm going to set it in the all songs. That is going to be data dot data. So inside the data I do have a array called data. I'm just going to send that information. So now I do have the element. So to make sure whether it is successfully done or not, go to the console again, and you can see that all songs is unidentified. Why? All songs still is unidentified only. All right, so we don't have an object inside the data. So I'm just going to pass the data alone. So now I think it will be fine. Console. Now let's go here, and now we can see we do have the songs, and inside the so that's the problem. I data dot songs, not data dot data. I thought it might be a data dot data. So what is the problem is, if you go to your server, these are routes, and if I go here, if I go to the songs, not model, songs, what happened? So here, when I'm getting the all songs, where we are getting the songs, so here get all, actually we returning the object called songs. Inside this songs only we having everything, so we have to get that only. So data dot songs, say the changes. So now if you inspect the elements, and if you click the console and click check the last object, and you can see all type songs. All right, so let's go ahead and check the components. Still it's showing the same, I don't know why. Let's go and check the components. Where is the state provider, context provider, value, open it, and here we are still having access songs only. Songs. What's the problem happening over here? Wait, let me console log it. Console.log data dot songs. Let's see what's exactly happening. Console it. Clear it. Compiling. Nothing is happening. So problem is, so what happened is, I understood, because this condition over here, this if condition, it's executed only if the songs, this all songs, your context provider is empty. Only if your context provider is empty, it will be trigger that songs. So what we have to do is, so we have to hide this command. Just for time being, I'm just hiding the if condition, hide it. Now this will be triggered, and let's go ahead and check the console. Now if I open it, now you can see only we do have that songs object, and if you check the all songs, now inside the all songs we don't have two different objects, because we are sending only the songs array which is inside our data, what we are receiving from our database. Okay, so now the context provider is ready. So let me hide this if condition and hide this if condition. So this if condition will block to it will not allows the API to trigger every time. Okay, only if the context provider is empty, it will be triggered. All right, so now we do have that all songs. So what I need to do is using that all songs. So right after here, I need to display. So right after here, I need to display the count of it. To display the count of it, first I need to find the total count of our the length. We need to just find out the length of that all songs. So open it, all songs dot all songs, if the all songs. So use the question mark over there sometimes, because initially if there is no all songs, it's taking some time to load. Our context provider will be empty. At that time it shows an undefined, because that's a null. For a null value you can't find a length. So dot length, length. So that will displays, that will gives the length over here. See, now it's showing the length as 1. So what we can do is I can add a colon over here. All right, so colon and give an empty space. Now you can see that is having some empty space over here, and I need to do some customizations and all those things. So no worries, we can do the customizations for our paragraph tag. So class name is going to be text sm, and font semi bold, and the text color, say the changes. So now they are changed their color, and for the span I'm going to use a different style. Actually these are for your span tag. Control X, those styles are for your span tag. And for the paragraph tag, I'm going to say a different text Excel, and font bold, say the changes. Now you can see this is how it looks. This is your paragraph and this is your span tag. So basically we are done with that two different options. Okay, and right after that we have to bring the songs containers and everything. So what we need to do is, so let's go ahead and create the song container and the song chords, because if you have a look at here, you can see we do have the song container that we have to create, and inside the song container we are just replicating the number of cards. All right, so we need to go and create that option. All right, so let's go ahead, and to do that what I need to do is I need to bring the right after this division, this is the paragraph tag where it's finishing over here, and then this division, that's the top section. All right, right after here, this is for our song container place. Okay, so I need to bring the song container, and I'm going to create the internal song container. I'm not going to use it anywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to create that inside here only. I'm going to create an internal component. So export const song container, that's the name we are going to create, and then open the bracket, and that's going to have a data as a property, and then we are going to create a callback function. All right, open it, and right after here I'm going to say return a component. Inside the return I'm going to create a division div. Okay, and this is going to have a class property called class property. It's going to be width full and flex, and the flex wrap, because everything should be, this content, whenever the size is reducing, this content need to be wrapped at, and it should be adjusted accordingly to that screen size. All right, so then what we have to do is gap, it's going to be 3. You need some space, so then item center and justify evenly, save the changes. Okay, and inside this division we need to destructure the data, and we need to bring everything inside here. So let's load the structure, load the song container right after here. So let me bring the song container. All right, I need to load the song container, and of course it's taking the parameter property called data, and I'm going to pass the property. For that property, I'm going to pass the all songs, which we do already have. So now we are passing the all songs to the song container, and inside this song container I'm just going to destructure that data. So data, if that is a data, and use the data.map function to map through each and every element inside that songs. So map, okay, and that will return the song and the index number. I need the index number, and after this I'm going to call a callback function, but it's a callback component. You should be not a normal function, it should be a component. So use this bracket, not a curly bracket, use the normal brackets, because we are going to render a component, render a data inside. Okay, and here I'm going to bring a new component called song card, which is we haven't created. We have to create that song card. Okay, so let's go ahead and create that song card. Yeah, so copy this and let's go here and let's create a new component called songcard.jsx and RAFCE. Okay, save the changes so far, and then let's go to the index file. Of course we need to export it from here, and then right after here export default as song card from /song card. All right, save the changes. Now it will be exported, and let me import it here. Control space and import it. Now it's imported, and this is going to have a property called key, and that is going to be our song ID, because whenever we are rendering it, it will be a problem for us. It will show an warning, so we don't want that unwanted warning. So song._id. okay, that's an element, that's a property which is inside that song. And right after here, and you can see now when I saved it, you can see it's showing only one song card, because the song component is rendered. We have only one song so far. That's the reason it's rendered inside over here. All right, then what I need to do, I need to send the data as a song, a complete song inside, because we need the song data to display the information, and I'm sending the index. Okay, and I need to send the index also. So save the changes. So this is the prop. These are the props which we are going to have it inside our song card. Let's go here and let's render the songs and everything. We don't, what are the properties we needed? We need the data and the index. So let's go here and inside here, let's bring that property first. So data and the index, these are the two props I needed. And after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to what we can say. So, and if you have a look at it, if you have a look over here, so when I'm going back here and when I coming back here, you can see this nice animation is done for our songs, right? Every single time this, it's having this nice stagger. We used to say it is a stagger. We have the stagger animation for that. So to do that, what I need to do is I need to wrap this division into the motion, because we are using the framer motion. So let me import that. So import from framer motion. So let's import it, import that motion, and I'm going to wrap this division over here and as well as over here. So hold your alt key, hold your alt key and click here and here. If you're using a Mac, hold your option key. So motion dot, okay, motion dot that division. And then after here, what we are going to do is we are going to write some styles and everything. Later we'll write that. First we'll fix the internal steps, everything. So delete this, enter. inside here, what I'm going to have is we are going to create a divisions and all those things. Let's create and everything one by one. First, let's write the styles for this card. Let's bring a basic style. So if I go here, let me bring a basic style first. So class name, for this class name is going to be relative, and the width is going to be the 40, of course, and then minimum width should always be 210. Okay, we do have that minimum width 210 pixels. Minimum width always be 210, and then px in the left and right padding is going to be 2, and then cursor is going to be the pointer cursor. On hover, whenever I'm hovering that entire object, okay, whenever I'm hovering that entire object, that should display the bg card color. We do have a bg card over here, that's a background color, that should display that color. And then normally the bg color is going to be gray 100. Normally this is the color it's going to be. All right, so till now you can't see anything, and right after here, and that is going to be have the shadow md and rounded lg, flex everything in the column direction, and the items in the center. Say the changes and bring everything in the, so view, bring it here. All right, say the changes. Now you can see. So inside this division, now we have to bring something. So enter. So inside this division, we have to add the divisions and everything. All right, so let's do that. First, I need to bring the image. So we are going to bring the image. So div this division, and that is also going to be the motion division only. So motion.div motion.div. Okay, because later we are going to add some styles and everything for this. Okay, that's the reason we are wrapping everything in a motion div. Unless if you don't want that, you can simply wrap it into, if you don't want any animation, you can simply wrap it as a division itself. Okay, so here I'm just going to say motion.image. Motion.image, that's a self-closing tag. Enter, and you have to supply the source and everything now. So source is going to be we do receiving the data. Inside that we are having the image URL. I'm having a property called image URL. Save the changes, and it's showing it, but the problem is the spelling might be wrong, I think so. So let's go here and let's go to the context, components, context provider, value, open it, all songs, open it. Okay, so problem is I don't have a proper image URL. That's the reason it's not showing. See, it's simply having a text as new image URL. So I need to update this information. So for the time being, it's fine. So what we have to do is we have to update all these informations. We have to update all these informations first, then only we can fetch the proper informations over there. So let's go there and let me expand it, and let me open the MongoDB. Because that's the place where we are using our IDs and everything. So sign in. Problem is with our data, guys, that's the reason. So I need to update that information, otherwise we can't use it. So let's go here. Let me log in to my ID, which I'm used for the MongoDB. Open it. It's loading. And let's go to the collections, browse the collections. And I do have the songs. And here, look at this. This is supposed to be a new original song URL. And for the same as for the audio also, image URL and audio URL, we need to do the same thing. So let me go to the Firebase, because that's where we are storing the our console and everything. Firebase, open it. I don't remember what this is. My demo, I think this is the one. Storage, yes, that's the one. Let me confirm it. Go to the environment variables, and yeah, project music app, that's mine. All right, so go here. So currently you can see there is no images or anything. So let me go to what we can do. Let me open a new Finder window. All right, so here I'll open, go to the editing, I'll go to the YouTube. Okay, I think I need to download some images. Where is the assets? Desktop. Yeah, here it is. Assets, images. Oh god, we don't have an image. All right, let's download some images from the online itself. So I'm searching for AR Rahman. Yeah, so this is the image I'm going to use for time being. All right, so it's loading. So right click, copy the image address and give it. No, we need to upload this over here. So I need to download it. So download, save the image. I'm going to save this image in the downloads location. No, go to the come on, desktop. All right, go to the downloads itself. Fine. So this is going to be AR Rahman. Save. That's image saved, and go to the project, upload. So in the storage, I need to create a new folder, and that is going to be, one is for images, and another one is going to be for audio. And click inside the images, upload that image, upload, downloads, AR Rahman, click OK. That will be uploaded. So it's uploading and it's done. Songs, we will upload it later. So once you're done, and you can click this image, and you can give that, it's giving you that that link where you can access. So right click, copy this link address, and then feed this link address to your image URL. So double click this and replace this. Paste that image URL inside and click update. Now the MongoDB database will be completely updated. And let me go here and let me refresh this complete page. So that will got refresh, and look at that, our data source is updated. So that's the reason we are getting that image over here. All right, so we are done now. So let's go ahead and continue the design. All right, so sorry for this delay because I don't have any images or anything in my new machine right now. Cool. So then what we have to do is, now the image URL, it's getting loaded, and of course I need to write some styles and all those things. So class name is going to be class name, and it should take the width 100% of the width of the parent, and height 100%, and rounded LG, and object should be always cover. Save the changes. Now you can see it's having that rounded corner and everything. And now what I need to do is, inside this motion image, I'm going to say while hover, I'm just going to say scale, increase the scale level to 105, 1.05. Save the changes. So now when I'm hovering it, see, it's increased that image. All right, so it's working perfectly. So then what we have to do is, we have to start writing our all right, so I think this, see, you can see the padding is not perfectly created. So here py4, so now that should have some padding effects over here and here. Now it's having some padding effects. All right, so the left and right, I think it's enough. So the padding is now pretty much done. Then what I have to do is, so right after this this division, so see here, when I'm hovering it, it's expanding the entire image section. So we don't want to do that. So for this, I'm going to write a style for that division. I'm going to wrap that division. So that is also going to be the width 40%, 40 height, and minimum width I'm going to say as, so I'm going to write a custom CSS. So here 160 pixels. So this 160 pixel is not inside my the Tailwind configuration. That's the reason I'm using the square bracket to wrap it inside. And height, I'm going to say 40, and of course minimum height I'm going to say as 160. It should always be 160 pixel minimum height. And then right after here, of course, it's going to be rounded LG, and the drop shadow, it's going to be LG, and the relative position, of course, and the overflow, it's going to be hidden. All right, so save the changes, and now you can see this is the image we do have. When I hover it, it looks like this. Now the image is not expanding. When I'm hovering it, you can see the background color of the card, and when I'm hovering the image, you can see the image is a little bit expanding inside that box. So this is pretty much done now. So then after this division, right after here, that division, what I need to do is, I need to bring a paragraph to display the name, so paragraph. So here I need to display the name. Okay, but sometimes the artist name will be quite very big. Okay, that will, so in that case what will happen, it will push the name to the next line. So we don't want to do that. So what I will do is, so here I need to bring the name, data dot name. If the name length, if the length of the name is greater than 25, then question mark, what I'm going to say is, I'm going to slice it. Okay, I'm going to slice it, and I'm going to add the so data dot name dot slice it. Use the slice method 0 to 25. If the first letter, if the character's length is greater than 25, then slice it and add 3 dots after that. Then if it is not, simply display the name, data dot name. Save the changes. So that will displays the name. So currently it doesn't have that much very big letter, so that's the reason it's showing like this. Okay, and I'm here for the paragraph tag, I'm going to write these styles. So class name is going to be text base. Okay, it's a base text size and text heading color, and then font semi bold, and margin in top and bottom I'm going to give 8 pixels 2, so that will increase the margin in the top and the bottom. Of course, now it's fine. Then we have to bring the artist name also. So right after here I need to bring the artist name. So inside here in the paragraph tag itself I'm going to create a span tag, and inside that span tag I'm going to bring the artist name. So data dot artist. So if you feel the same thing, the artist name, the artist name also will be a very big one. See, this is what I'm talking about, the problem over here. See, so let's fix that issue. So here, oops, class name is going to be block. Of course, the span tag should comes to the next line, so block, and after that text size is going to be the small, and the text color is going to be text gray 400, and then margin in top and bottom it should be 4 pixels, that means 1. Save the changes. Now you can see this is the artist name so far. Okay, so if I go here, it's bringing the artist name over here. All right, so in the data what we do have, okay, let me push this as a separate one, and I'll keep it in the new desktop, so that we can see it in a complete screen. Make it bigger. All right, so here now we do have the, I think these are the IDs of the artist names. No, these are some random informations. All right, so artist and album. So we need to make sure what we are sending through our server, because it's confusing. So let's go here, routes, songs. By the time when we are creating a new song, what the information we are sending, we are sending the request body dot artist. So whatever the informations we are sending as a string, we are sending it through here. So what I can do is I can go back there and I can update this information as an artist name is going to be A.R. Rahman, and then update. And the album name, you can say, we can simply say it as hip hop or something for the time being, because this is the data, it's a dummy data. Once we created the nice UI and all those things, we can update this information through our UI itself. So save the changes. Now it's fine, it's looking fine. So sometimes if the name is also coming very big, it will be a problem for us. So what we can do is we have to do the same thing. So copy here, copy and paste it. Instead of name, that is going to be artist, artist, artist. Save the changes. Now still it looks the same, but in case if the character is very big, then it will simply use the first 25 letter and it will add the remaining as a dot. Okay, so that you can understand that is a very big name or something else. Save the changes. All right, so now we do have this options. So then what we have to do is I need to bring a delete button. So if you have a look at it here, I do have a delete option that helps me to delete the songs. So what I need to do is I need to bring that button over there. All right, so let's go there, and right after this I'm going to bring that delete option. So div, inside this div I'm going to create an icon which is going to be motion dot icon, and inside that I'm going to bring that trash icon, IO trash. We do have the trash icon, yeah. import that IO trash icon. It's been imported now. So for this, I'm going to say class name. So width, you should use the complete width. Use this complete width because this is going to be over here. So use the complete width, and it's always should be in absolute position. And the bottom, from the bottom, increase it to level height, and right side 2, and flex item center, and justify center, sorry, justify between, and px4. All right, and for this I'm going to add a class name. We are going to add a text base. The size of that icon is going to be text base, and text red color 400, and drop shadow MD, and on hovering it I need to say text red color 600. Say the changes. So now you can see we do have that icon over here. When I'm hovering it, it's changing it changed to darker color. All right, so now what we need to do is I'm just going to say when I'm clicking it, it's not looking like a button, right? It's not looking nothing. So I'm going to add here while tap whenever I'm clicking it. So you just need to reduce the scale, the size of that entire icon to 0.75. Say the changes. Now you click it, see it's reduced the size like this, and this is what happening, where this is the reason we are using the while tap option over there. So then what we need to do is, so we are pretty much done with our delete option. Okay, and of course we have to delete, we have to make this delete option also. Delete, we need to, whenever I'm clicking delete, I need to trigger an object, and that's need to delete it, delete this entire style. So that we will do it later. Okay, so now next thing what we have to do is we have to go ahead and add this songs. When I click this, it's coming somewhere as called new songs. So far there is no new songs, that's the reason it's going outside. So we need to create this component. Where is that? When you click the new songs, what components is getting triggered is, right now I'm just triggering it back to the dashboard home itself. That's the reason it's going the home. So when what I need to do is I need to create a new component right now with the name of new songs. So let's go ahead and create a new songs. So let's create a new component. Right click the component, new file, and name it as dashboard new song. Then that is should be .jsx. Right, so here RAFCE, that will be imported, and I need to export this from the index also. Export this. So right after here I'm just going to copy this line and I'm going to paste it. So instead of this songs, I'm going to say dashboard new song. Copy this and paste it here. Save the changes, and let's go to the dashboard. Instead of rendering this component, you should render this component and import that one also. Save the changes. Now that's fine. Let's close this, close the dashboards, and now we are in the dashboard new songs. So when I click this, that will goes to the dashboard new song. So now we have to customize the dashboard new song, where we are going to add entirely all the objects and everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and add those stuffs, and that is going to be a very big one. This is going to be a very big container. Okay, so let's go ahead and create that action. All right, so what I'm going to do now is, where is it? Just me, let me open the code and everything. Yep, here we go. We are ready to go now. So here, let me delete this, and right after here, I'm going to say class name. So let me do something. I'm just going to import all the necessary import statement which is required for this this particular component. Let me copy and paste it. So no issues. You can find these things in the description below also. I already pasted it. So I'm just going to sorry. So let me delete this and let me paste it here. These are all the required import statements that we are going to use it inside this component, and few of them it's not necessary, that like this is not necessary. I'm not going to use it, so delete that line. All right, fine. So these are all the required import statements that is necessary for this project, necessary for this container, this new songs container. Okay, so here now what we need to do is, so first let's go ahead and customize this divisions and everything. So here for this division, I'm going to say flex. So flex, and it's going to be arrange everything in the items in the center and justify the content in the center, and the paragraph before, and border gray is going to be 300. All right, 300, and rounded empty. Save the changes. All right, so we are getting a bunch of errors over here. So what is the error? I think that is because of this context spelling mistakes. Now it's showing. Okay, of course these two we haven't created. That's the reason it's showing alert error and alert success. Then what is the mistake now? Yep, this one. C and support functions. Where is the support functions? I think we don't have the support functions also yet. Save the changes. Filter buttons, of course we don't have the filter buttons also. Save the changes. Damn, copy and pasting the code is just I'm sorry. So now we have to create all these necessary stuffs, because we don't have the filter buttons, we don't have this everything, because basically these are the things. If you go to the songs, new songs, you can see we do have this filter buttons and lots of stuffs are here. We don't have these options. We have to create everything one by one. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So now we do have the box icon. You can see we do have this box, nice box over here, and I'm going to change everything to a column direction. Flex column. All right, so because if you open it here, you can see if you open it in the big screen, I created this as a two divisions, like here and here. So instead of making this as much as complex, so what we can do is we can keep everything as a single row, single column itself. So that will not make that much problem for us. Okay, so I'm just going to reduce it. We are just going to basically try to create this as a division. All right, just like this. Cool. And that's the reason we change the directions to the column. And now what I need to do is, oh my bad, These keyboard shortcuts commands are quite. Enter. And here now I'm going to create a division, and this is going to be class name, and that is mm, 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 that is how we arranged it. Here we do have 4 different options. Okay, so what we can do is we can use a grid over here instead of using a flexbox. So how to use a grid? So grid, I'm going to use a grid. So grid, and then grid column 1, so column 1. Okay, and then for large device, more than if it is going a large device, in a large device, then I'm going to say grid calls 2, grid template 2 different columns. Okay, and I'm going to make it gap. Basically this it's quite confusing. This division we divided into 2 different grid options, right? This is grid 1 and grid 2. So what we are trying to do here, we don't need this as a grid, so we are trying to wrap everything in a single option. So what we can do is we don't even need this, so we can bring that input now. So div class name is going to be flex, and why the hell it's confusing us? The layered structure what I designed, it's confusing me now. We change everything to the flex. All right, so close it and I'll bring the input. Let's start design it by ourselves instead of trying to customize it. Input type is going to be text, and of course placeholder is going to be type your song name. That's the placeholder. And of course the class name is going to be, we need to design a class name. So width is going to be full, width is going to be full. Save the changes, and right after here what we are going to say is you can see now, we can see that input box over there. So then I'm going to say padding 3. You have to use the padding 3 in all the corners. Then rounded MD, and text base, and then font semi bold, and then text color. Okay, and then outline none, shadow SM. Save the changes, so you can see that nice design over there for the input box. And what we need to do is we have to where it is here. So SM, And right after here, next what we need to do is I need to add the border also, because that's need a border. So border, and border gray 300, I'm going to use that color, and bg I'm going to set it as a transparent. Now you can see why I return the border. Okay, so let me wrap this so that you can completely in a single screen. All right, now you can see that text box. But of course, what we need to do is we need to set the values and all those things. So that's the reason we are going to create a state. So use state snippet, and I'm going to create a state for that as a song name. Song name. Initially, that value is going to be null, and I'm going to set that value for this input field. So value is going to be song name, and on change event we are going to call a callback function with an event, and I'm going to set the song name with e.target.value. Save the changes. Now when I'm start typing over here, you can see that will be change the value and it will update the state value too. Now the input field is pretty much done. So next what we need to do is we need to bring this filter buttons. We need to bring this filter button. To create this filter button, actually everything is same. This is same. You can see artist name, it's displaying the artist name, it's displaying the album name, and it's displaying the language over here, and it's displaying the category. Okay, these are the category. So what we have to do is, for the time being, we can simply display the some random artist and random albums, because these are original albums which is coming from our database. Okay, these are original albums which is coming from the database, and basically this is a single container. This is a single container which is acting for different data sources. Okay, so let's go ahead and create that filter buttons. Where is the filter? So dashboard new songs. I need to bring the filter buttons, everything one by one. So when I'm supplying the informations inside, so that will work according to that filter button. So let's first, what we need to do is we need to go and create the filter button. So let's go ahead and create the filter button as a new component. All right, so let's go here and create a new component called filter buttons dot jsx. Save the changes, and rafc. Save the changes. All right, so let me change the view to wrap it. So here now what I need to do is I need to create a class name with the border, and border that is going to be gray, and gray 300, and rounded md, and I'm going to say px4 and py1, and position that is going to be relative position, and the cursor is going to be the pointer. On hover we are going to change the border gray 400. All right, so when I'm hovering it, see it's changing the border color a little bit, not quite short, but it's changing the color. So I need to bring this filter buttons inside, where we need to bring the filter button inside the dashboard new songs right after here. So here we are going to create one more division, and inside that division only we are going to bring all those filter buttons. So let me export that filter button in the index.html. So index.js. So here export default as filter buttons from /filter buttons. Save the changes. We are going to use this here. Let's import it. So I'm going to bring the filter button, and this filter button is going to be So what is the, we need to send the filter data, what data it's going to use as a filter data. So filter data and then flag. Okay, I'm going to say I'm using the flag value because this is the same component which going to act differently for artist, albums, language, category. So each and everything is going to act different. So for initially I'm going to send the flag as artist. Okay, so here I'm just sending the empty data. For the time being I'm sending the empty data. Of course, then I need to copy this, copy it, paste it for albums, paste it for language, and paste it for category also. And this is going to be albums, artists, albums, and this is going to be language, and this is going to be category. All right, so close this, close this. So everything for right now, we are just sending the empty data. If you go ahead and look at how it's reflecting over here, see, it's looking like this. So what we need to do is we need to fix this division, and later we'll fix that buttons and everything. Class name is going to be flex, and width is going to be full, and justify the content between, and flex wrap the content, and align the items in the center, and the gap is going to be 4. Save the changes. Once you saved it, now you can see it looks like this, right? So there is no gap between the divisions and all those things. Maybe you can add a gap over here for this root. So I'm just going to say gap as 4. Save the changes. Now you can see we do have some gap between these each and every object. So now this is our filter buttons. So it's looking like this. We need to customize this each and every filter buttons, and I need to fetch the data, and I need to bring the data to here. All right, so let's go ahead and bring those things. So in the utils, we do have the support functions. We need to create one more file called support functions. So that's the reason I hidden the file, hidden this line. Okay, inside the support functions, I need to bring all the filters and the everything, whatever the thing. So let me go ahead. Where is that? Utils. Just a moment. Support functions. All right, so let me create this inside the utils folder. Go ahead and create that inside here. Right click, new file, support functions.js. Support function. Oops, I didn't copy it. Okay, let me type it. Support functions.js. Support functions. I think I do copy it. Copy. Okay, everything is small letter only. Anyway, to make sure, rename, paste it. All right, so here let me decomment it. All right, now what I need to do is inside this support functions, I need to create two important. One is the filter for our category, and 2 is the filter for our language. So let me copy and paste that codes, because you can find this code in the description box. See, these are just some dummy informations with ID, name, and all those things. Okay, so I'm going to use these two inside. So let me save this, and now what I need to do is I need to send this filter by language as a data for the filter by language. Then I need to send this filter for the category over here. So later we will fetch the artist information separately, album information separately, then we will send them over here. All right, we need to send them over here. So let's go ahead and do that filter button right now, so you will understand why I'm doing all these stuffs and everything. So first I need to okay, let's fetch the artist informations also. Let's fetch the artist information, and as well as the our album informations also. So where is that? If you go Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? 1 second. So here, if you go to the artist, we do have some artist informations. Yeah. So we do have some artist informations with their different pictures and all those things. Okay, so these are some random pictures which is coming from the online. Okay, so anyway, that's fine. We need to fetch this artist, and if you go to the albums, and of course we do have some albums also over here. All right, so later we can delete this and we can change all those things. For the time being, we can make uses of this data. So let's go here to the dashboard, new songs, and I need to fetch the songs and everything. So I need this, so let me decomment it, because of course I need the action state from the reducer, and I'm going to this is the filter buttons which we already created, so we don't need this line. All right, and cool. So let's go ahead and use those functions, write those functions over here. So here, right after here, what I need to do is I need to create that use state. I need to fetch that use state value, because that's the place where we are collecting all those values and everything. Okay, because and when I'm applying the filter, it's need to apply that filter needs to be persist. So what I'm trying to say is, so if you have a look at here, so even when I'm changing this, even when I'm changing, once I selected this, even when I'm changing from one page to another, this filter still, it should be remain there. That filter still should remains there. So I need to push those filters to the context providers and all those things. So we need to create the context providers and all those things for our filters and everything. So what I'm going to do is right after here, so let me bring those things first, all the necessary const, open the bracket. So open here, I need to bring the artist, so artists, and I need to bring the album, so all albums. Okay, and right after here, I need to bring a function called dispatch, and these things are going to from your use state value, save changes. Okay, so then what we need to do is use effect. Using the use effect, I need to fetch that methods use effect, open it, and let's have two different parameters, and inside here I need to fetch the artist. So if not artists, if there is no artist, then get all artists. So we do have we already created this API function, so go ahead, and that is a promise, and that's going to return the data from there. Okay, so I'm just going to say console log it, what kind of data I'm getting, console dot log the data. Let me hide this if condition for the time being, and let me, if not all albums, open it, and get all albums dot then. Okay, so data and console dot log data. So let me make sure whether we do have these two different get all albums and get all artist functions in our API. So let's go to the API, and inside I do have all songs, I do have all albums, and I do have all artists. So that is fetching all the necessary informations which we needed. Okay, so let me hide this for the time being, that if condition, otherwise, because once it's get the data, it will set the context provider. So save the changes, and let's go to the console. What is the problem? index, maybe the name, copy the name, paste it. Yes, the name problem, paste it. And albums, copy, paste it, paste it, save the change. Now there is no mistakes. So let's go to the inspect elements console, and if I go here, and you can see artist, it's getting two different data, right? We are getting the artist two different informations. Albums, we do have, for the albums we do have album, and for artist we do have artist. Inside the artist we do have two different array. So what I need to do is I need to set the data as artist data dot album and data dot artist. This is the informations we need to set. So here, let me keep it in this side, okay, so that I can see them. So let me decomment this, this. So now I need to dispatch these informations to the, let's dispatch those information. So dispatch, open it, and what kind of type it is? Type is going to be action type dot set all artist, set all artist. So here artist is going to be data dot artist, data dot artist, because that's the informations. Fine. And then do the same thing for your albums also. So dispatch, open it. So type is going to be action type dot set all albums. All albums is going to be data dot album. I think I missed the spelling N over there. So save the changes. Now, yeah, you can see these two, they triggered, and the artist information is set over there, and both are artists only. Let's go here, components, context provider, value, all albums. We do have two options. An artist, now it's not nothing. It's because that is all artists. The name is nothing. My bad. All artist. All artist. So that's the context provider name. So please be very careful, guys, because in the demo project what I'm using to see the code, that is I use the different name, but when I'm explaining to you I use the different name. So that's a problem. So that's why I'm making a mistake over here. So for you, so please use the exact name what you used for the context and everything. So now if I save the changes, still we do have an error. So where we are getting, I'm using somewhere artist, where, okay, I find out here. That is going to be all artists. Save the changes. Now there is no mistakes. Inspect components. Now you do have albums, and as well as you do have the artist. So we do have the necessary stuff what we needed. Oh god, here this is going to be artist, so all artists, send that guy. And this is going to be your album, so all albums, send that information. So now we are sending the data to our filter button. So let's go to our filter button, close this, we can open it later, close the support function also, close the open the filter button now. So inside this, instead of that filter button, what you have to do is we have to delete this, and inside here first I'm going to Mm, mm, mm. What is that? Ooh. This filter menu is quite confusing because I written a lots of stuff inside here, and that's making a little bit complex for us to understand right now. Hmm. Oh God, it's quite confusing. I don't know how I created this. Mm-hmm. So how I'm sending this information flag? Okay. So how it's looking over here? It's showing artist albums. Okay. So here, how did I send the values? Nothing. Mm, just give me a minute, guys. I'm just trying to figure it out what I written over here. Filter data. We are sending the filter data. Okay, and flag. Okay. So filter buttons. All right, so let's go ahead and create it. Then let's see what's coming next. So paragraph. So inside here, I'm just going to open a paragraph, and inside this paragraph, I'm going to have the okay. So what we are going to do is I'm going to display the flag name inside the paragraph, inside the flag name. So we need to get the flag and property here. I'm going to say what are the things we are collecting. Filter data, so collected, filter data, comma, and we are getting the flag, of course, so get the flag, okay. So we are going to display the flag name inside that paragraph. Instead of that filter button, we are going to set the flag name. Now you can see it showing the flag name over there. And I'm going to write the styles for this. So class name, so class names, this is going to use the basically the base size, so text base, and right after here I'm just going to say tracking wide. So this for letter space I'm using, so that's a tracking wide. And text color, we are going to use the text color, and of course it's going to be flex, and the items should be in the center. And for the gap I'm just using 2. So save the changes. All right, so because right inside this flag after here I need to bring one more icon. I'm going to bring an icon inside there, so that's the reason we are going to use the gap. So I'm going to use IO chevron down icon. This is the icon we are going to use, IO chevron down. And the class name is going to be for this is, okay, so that is going to be, so let's use the dynamic string controls over here, because I'll tell you why. Text base, because when you're displaying the icon over here, okay, once I click this, it's need to change upside down. So once I click this, see the icon is changed and some menu is popping up from the bottom. Okay, so we need to bring that menu, and once I click again, it's changing the direction. All right, so that's the reason we are using the dynamic string. And we need to create one more state. So use state snippet, and in that state what we are going to basically create 2 different states over there. One for the filter name, because when I'm choosing a name over here, see, when I'm choosing a name, that name is updating over here what item you choose. If I don't choose anything, that will not update the name, it will simply display the flag name itself. So we need to create 2 different states for it. So first one is going to be your filter name, so filter name, and that is going to be null initially. And the second one, you can say use state snippet, that is going to be filter menu, and that is also going to be null. No, that's going to be false initially. Okay, so save the changes. So what I'm going to do is, if use state is not defined, of course it's not defined, change it. And here, if there is no filter menu, if not filter name, if there is no filter name, then simply display the flag. Okay, currently there is no filter name. When I will update the filter name, when I created this menu, when I click this item, I will change the name, so that name will be displayed over here. Okay, so that's the reason we are using the if not filter name. So what happens, let's say if there is a filter name, so let's assume if there is a filter name, what you want to do, that we will do later. Okay, so now in this chevron icon over here, text base, text color, and then duration 150 something, and transition all, and ease in out. This is the thing. Okay, and save the changes. Let's keep it for the time being as it is. Now let's go ahead and create that menu. Let's go ahead and create the menu which is popping up like this menu icon. That's what we are going to do. So let's go ahead and create that one. So right after this paragraph data, I'm going to create a division, motion.div, okay, motion.div, and this is going to be this needs to be displayed. This menu needs to be displayed only if there is the menu, the filter. Only if I click it, this menu needs to be pop up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some class names for this divisions and all those things. Wait a second. Equals. So for this, I'm just going to say width 48 and z 50. That means basically the z index, and backdrop blur sm, and maximum height is going to be 44, and overflow y scroll, it's need to be y scroll, and scroll bar thin, we are going to use that, and then scroll bar thin, and then scroll bar track, that is going to be gray 200, scroll bar gray 200, and then scroll bar thumb gray 400, and py it's going to be, that means top and bottom 2, flex column rounded md, and shadow md, and absolute, and from the top it's going to be 8, and left it's going to be 0. So save the changes. Okay, so that menu option will be displayed. So motion is not imported, that's the reason it's showing an error. So you can import that one, import motion from framer motion, save the changes. So now that error will not be there, and you can see it's do have this nice button at the bottom. You can see some division is underneath it, so we need to do something for the division right now. Inside this I'm just giving high for the time being. So you can see high everywhere, every box you can have the text over there. So what I need to do is this division needs to be displayed, so cut it. This division needs to be displayed only if there is a filter data, if there is any filter data, and the filter menu is true. If the filter menu is true, then you have to display them. Okay, so if there is a filter data, then instead of displaying this high menu, what we have to do is we need to display some other content. So now this menu will not be displayed. So when you want to display that menu, whenever I'm clicking this paragraph tag, I need to display that menu. So on click event over here, on click event, I'm going to update this with a callback function called set filter menu as not filter menu. So that means when I click it, it's need to come. When I click again, it's need to go. So that's the action basically it's happening over here. If it is true, set it false. If it is false, set it true. So this is working fine, and we need to rotate this. So how I can rotate it? Right over here, open this dynamic string controls. If the filter menu is true, then you have to rotate 180 degree. Otherwise, rotate 0. Save the changes. So now if you click over here, it's rotating. If I click over here, it's gone. And we need to do some animations for our this box also. It's coming instantly. So to do that, what we need to do is for this division, we can write some opacities and all those things. So first we'll load the data, then we'll do the animation stuffs, all those things. So to load the data, what you need to do is open the filter data. If there is a filter data, then map each and every data which is coming through it, and open this component bracket, open it. Then here, what I need to do, I need to open a division. Open a division inside this division. And that division is going to be key. Key is going to be data.name. What name is going to be. Okay. And then class name is going to be flex up. Flex, of course, it's going to be flex, and items, it's going to be center, item center, and gap, it's going to be 2, and px, it's going to be 4 left and right, and py, it's going to be 1, and on hover we are going to say bg ray 200. Save the changes. Okay, currently nothing will be there. If you open it, you can't see anything. See, only you can see this nice background color when you're hovering. Currently there is nothing. That's the reason it's showing that. All right, so let's go here inside this division. Now what you want to do inside this division. Okay, so if you notice here for this artist, we have image and name. Albums, we do have image and name, but for language we don't have the images, only we have the name alone. So what we have to do is, so right over here, I need to make sure if only I need to display the image if the flag is artist and album. If the flag is not artist and album, I'm not supposed to display that image. So open it. We do have a flag variable. So flag, if the flag is equals to the name what I'm sending over here, so if it is equals to this artist, then or the flag is equals to album. All right, album. What's the spelling of album? I'm not sure. Album, there is no N, my bad. So here, if those two flags are true, then what I'm doing is, and then render this image component. If you do have this, any one of the flag is true, then render this image component. Image. I'm going to render this image. So what I'm going to say, source src is equals data. Yeah, data dot. I'm going to bring the image URL, save the changes. Now, if I open this, you can see it's showing that image. So we need to fix that. Okay, so class, I'm going to write the style class name is going to be width. You should use 8 only, 8, and minimum width should always be 32 pixels, and height you should use 8 only, and rounded full, and object cover. Save the changes. Now let's go here. If you open it, you can see that images, and if you open here also, but if you open here, you don't have nothing, because basically they don't have, those are different albums, so they are different flag names. That's the reason it's not showing the image. Okay, if after this division, I'm going to, after this over here, I'm going to bring a paragraph, because I need to display the name, right? So class name is going to be width full. Occupy the complete width, then only it will display the complete name over there. Occupies the complete width. So if the name is too long also, I need to make sure. So if the data.name.length, if the data.name.length is greater than 15 characters, then I need to slice them. So slice it. I need to slice them. So data dot name dot slice 0 to 15 characters. If it is greater than that, I'm going to add some dot after that, and I'm going to display. If it is not, I'm just going to display data.name completely over there. Save the changes. Now if you go here and have a look at it, if you open it, it will show the name. You can see still it's showing like this, like this. See? So now let's say I choose it. I choose this, but the menu is not closing and the name is also not changing. So we need to fix that one also. To do that, what you have to do is, I'm going to create a function, okay, to update it, because later I need to set what kind of filter I applied. I need to push it to the context provider also. Okay, so I'm going to create, this is that division, right? This is the place. This is the place where we are having the divisions and everything. Anirudh Ravichandar, okay, fine. And what we need to do over here, this division, right after here, enter, and over here I'm going to call a function. On click, I'm going to call a function that is going to be a callback function. I'm going to say update filter button. What kind of action I triggered? So I'm going to send the data.name inside it. Okay, so I'm sending the data.name as a parameter because I can update that name through this function. So right after here, I'm going to create a function called const update parameter, and it's going to have a name parameter in it, and I'm going to use the arrow6 function to open it. So the first line is going to be, I'm going to set two important things. Set filter name. First, I'm going to say set filter menu as a false. I'm going to hide the filter menu. Then I'm going to set filter name. I'm going to set the filter name as a name property, what I choose. Okay, now it's gone. Now when I click this and I select it, the menu is gone, but the name is not there because we haven't returned the styles for the filter name. So if that is the filter name, then what I'm supposed to do? If there is a filter name, and open the bracket, okay, open the bracket, enter. If there is a filter name over there, I'm going to bring an React component, React, okay, then open it, filter name dot length, if it is greater than 15, then I'm just going to copy and paste it that line. So instead of writing the same line again and again, paste it, save the changes. So now that will display that name like this. Look at that. See, what option you choose, that will be displayed over there. If you choose this, that will be displayed. If you choose this, that will be displayed. So the menu is appearing and it's selected. Once you select it, it's changing the name. Once you click it, it's moving, it's removing. So there is no styles at all. So what you need to do is, we have to do the styles. We have to do some animations for our division. So let's go ahead and do the animation stuffs for it. So add this following line for the animations. So what you can do is, I'm just copying and pasting. So please pause the video and add the animations, whatever I returned over here. Initially how it should be, on click the animate will trigger. This is the initial state, and this is the animation state, and this is the exit state, how it should be performed. So now when I click here, see, it's popping in nicely, right? So now our filter menus, it's successfully done. So the next option what we have to do is, we have to go ahead and we have to create all this upload and download option, upload component. We have to create this component for uploading images and audio. Both are same. When you're using this is going to upload an image, and this is uploading the audio. So you have to use the same component we need to try to reuse the same component for two different functionalities. So that's what we are going to do next. All right then, so we successfully created this nice filter button, but the problem over here is we haven't uploaded all these filter options. What filter option I choose, so I have to push them inside our context provider. So let me open the context provider, and you can see in the component sections, in the components, in the context provider, under the value sections, we don't have the options for all our filters. So we need to create all the necessary filters which we want to put it inside our context provider. Then I have to dispatch every single of them whenever I'm changing those options. So let's go ahead and open your context provider, click it, and let me click here, and let me bring the state provider initial state. In the initial state, of course, I need to update all the necessary information. So let me open the initial state in my another file. All right, so in the initial state, so here we do have the users, all songs, all artist names, and all albums and everything. So of course, now what we need to do is we need to bring all the necessary filters over here, like for artist filters, language filters, album filters, what album filters we used, and the filter category over here. So we need to bring all the filter options over here. Just a moment. What are the filter options we need? Filter term, album filter, language filter, artist filter. So filter term, let me copy it over here and paste it. Filter term and artist and language filter, copy it, I'll paste it here. And of course I need the album filter too. These are all the options I needed over here for the time being. So filter term, basically it's going to display all the category, not a very specific category. It's going to display all category. That's the default filter term options. Okay, so then what we need to do is let's go to the reducer now. So click the reducer, and of course I need to create all those action types for applying the filters and all those things. So what are the action types we need to do? Artist filter, language filter, album filter, filter term. So let's bring the set filter term first. Set filter term right after here, and let me give a comment over here. These are filter types, paste it, and then artist and language filter, paste it, then album filter, paste it. These are all the options which we needed, and of course we need to create the cases also. So I'm just like the same way, right after here, the last option, I'm going to set all the filters. Control/, these are filter cases. This is for the category. Just like the same way, we need to bring the language and artist filter. So let me bring the language and artist filter too. You can find all this code in the description below. Otherwise you can simply type it just like the same way. Action type, set artist filter, return exact the same state we are returning, and we are just altering the artist filter alone. So remaining all the other state will be remain persistent. It will not going to change. And right after that, the last one more filter is going to be our album filter. So copy that cases, and we can bring it over here too. So save the changes, save the changes. So everything will be changed now. Now if you go ahead and look at your, it's reloading because the context provider has been changed. So that's the reason it's reloading. And if I go to the components and click the context provider now, and if I click the value now, expand the value section, you can see album filter is null, album songs and all users, all song, everything is null now. All songs is null, all users is null. Okay, so basically we do have only the users and all the albums and everything. Apart from everything is null. So let me keep this side, and if I go back to the users now, it's not checking. Okay, users, and still because the users is null now, let me go back to the home, refresh it, go to the dashboard, users is now 1, go to the users here, now we are getting the users, go to the songs, we are getting the songs, artist everything is null, click the songs, click it, now we are getting the users and everything. But there is an issue, there is a small bug, because they all users, if the users is not here, it's not checking in the users. See, now we are getting the users. The problem is when I go to the users tab, even if the user is not there, it should read it, but it's not getting. We need to fix that issue later. Okay, keep it in mind. And over here now we do have all the necessary informations. Apart from these filters, everything is now null. So apart from this songs and users, everything is null now. So let's go ahead and dispatch all the informations which is necessary. So let me close this initial state reducer and all those things. We don't need it for time being now. So let's go back to the filter buttons. So here I'm updating the filter button, so that's the place I need to dispatch all those informations. So here I need to dispatch all those informations. So let me bring all the necessary informations which is needed. Okay, so I need to bring all the necessary information. So let me copy this const state and I bring it over here. These are all the things I needed: artist filter, album filter, and the filter term. These are all the informations I needed. And of course we need one more thing, that is the language filter also. We need to bring the language filter also. Where is the language filter is coming from? What is the initial state for language filter? Of course we need the language filter to copy the language filter, go here, and right after here, that's the language filter. All right, so now what we need to do is, and here now I need to write one by one. So this is not initialized, imported. So import that use state value. Of course it's now imported. Now I can access all these terms and everything. So whenever I'm updating this button, so if the flag value is equals to, let's say if the flag value is equals to, where we can find the flag value? Okay, we can find it over here. So if the flag value is equals to artist, then go to the artist, open it. If the flag value is equals to this, I'm just going to dispatch it. Okay, dispatch, open the bracket, and say the type is going to be action type dot set artist filter. Artist filter, basically it's going to be artist filter dot artist filter is going to be the name. Okay, we are setting the, basically we are setting that artist filter as a name. So save the changes, and we have to make sure whether it is working fine or not. Why it's not? We are using that one only. Okay, so let me go ahead and check with it whether it is setting the artist fine or not, because we need to check. We do have some where it is coming from dashboard users. Okay, see, we have the warning in the users. So there are lots of issues in the users panel. We need to fix that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me check this artist first, whether it is triggering or not. Okay, so it's triggering the artist now. So artist filter is now AR Rahman. So if you go to the components and make sure whether it is fine or not, value, expand it, and you can see that artist filter is updated now. So we have to repeat the same progress for the remaining stuffs. So let's copy this. I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to replace it, and if the is going to be album, copy it, and here change this to album, and instead of this action type set artist, it's going to be set album filter, and instead of this is going to be album filter, and right after that I'm going to copy this one more time, paste it two more times, and this time this is going to be language. Copy it, language, and for language we do have the set language filter, and for this is going to be language filter, and at last the last one is going to be category. If this is going to be the category, then you have to say set filter term, filter term as name. Save the changes. I hope now everything is fine. Let's see. Let me change this to Herman. It's already there. When I change this to Anirudh, now you can see it's changed to Anirudh. When I change to hip hop, album filter is changed to hip hop. When I click language to English, now it's changed to English. When I change the category to rock or something, though you can see the filter category is now changed to rock. So for the filter, everything is dispatching properly to our terms. All right. So close these changes. Fine. Now everything is pretty much done. Okay. So basically what we are doing here is we are just storing these informations, because we are creating a new song. We are storing all these informations. So that's the reason. From that context, I will collect all those informations, and then I'll push it to our database. What kind of filter, what kind of category, who's the artist, what is the category of it, what is the language, and all those things, whether it is hip hop or jazz. So these are the things. Okay, so you can choose these kinds of information. So while saving a new song, we are adding all these kinds of information. Basically we are using a same filter option to use it as a button over here to select what kind of category and all those things. Okay, so we are trying to reuse the same components again and again. That's the reason. So now our filter button is functionality is overall done. Overall filter button is everything is done. So then what we have to do is, right after this, I need to create the file uploader. You can see we need to create the file uploader, which is the same component is going to upload the same images and the audio files in a different way. Okay, we'll see how to create a new file component which is going to be act exactly the same way. I'm not going to keep this file component apart from this file. I'm not going to use anywhere. So that's the reason I'm just going to keep it as an internal component inside the dashboard itself. Inside this dashboard songs, I'm just going to create a new internal component called file uploader. So let me create that component. Okay, so where it is. All right. So we can find that thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and first define the layout structure, then we start designing the file uploaders and everything. Okay, so what we need to do is now input we finish. Next thing, important thing is our just a moment. God, it's confusing again. So here, if I expand it, basically this is a single division and it is in a flex box, so we don't need to create that way. So what we are going to do is, basically here I'm going to start from one by one. All right, let's go ahead, and this is the filter button. It's completed over here. So right after here, so div, I'm going to create a div, and this division is going to be having class name as a bg. It's going to have a card class as a color name, a white color bg. Oh, not this one. bg card name card, and of course the backdrop, I'm going to have backdrop blur as a medium, and width I'm going to say full. Okay, for that is going to be, and of course the height is going to be height is going to be 300, and on rounded we can say empty, on border we can say 2, and border dotted we are going to use the dotted style, and border is going to be in a gray color, gray 300, and cursor is going to be the pointer. Save the changes. Okay, so this is the one. When I now, if I maximize it, this is how it's looking. So that's absolutely fine. So no issue. Maybe we can reduce this width in a long device. Okay, so then right after here, so this is fine, this is pretty much done. So then what we have to do inside this division, we are going to display the progress over here. I need to display the progress, so how much progress it's been updated, and all those informations I need to display, right? So we need to, when the file is uploading, we can see here, when I click here, it's showing me to select the image. So I can choose an image. For instance, let's say I'm selecting this image. I'll click it. You can see it's having this nice image loader, and it's having that progress also, which is displaying that loader and the progress. All right, and we have this nice alert message also. When I click this, that will be removed, and it's changing back to the normal state. So basically now we need to create two different components over here. So let's go ahead and create the two different components first. So what we need to do is we need to bring the, just give me a moment. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to create a new state for image uploading. So image uploading, we have to create a new state. So use state snippet is image uploading. If the image is uploading, then initially it is going to be false. If the image is uploading, we need to change the state. Initially that is going to be false only. And here if the image is loading, if is image is uploading or image is loading, you can say, okay, what we can do is I can change this to image loading itself, is image loading. Come on, image loading. Use state snippet image is image loading false. So if I scroll down here, you can say is image loading, then I have to display that uploader image loader style. I need to bring the image loader option. Okay, so we can say instead of image loader, we can say file loader. The file is loading, so file loader, and I need to send the progress, how much file that its progress is equals. I need to send that uploading progress over here. So for the time being, I'm just sending an empty string, and of course we don't have this file loader. So first we need to create this file loader over here. Const, so export const file loader is equals, it's an arrow 6 function, and inside this we are going to render a component, and of course it's going to take a prop called progress, and I'm going to return a component inside here, and that is going to be a division. Okay, so let's go ahead and write these stuff for the image loader now. So here I'm going to say division. So let me copy this. For the time being, I'm just copying the styles and all those things. Okay, you can find the same code in the description box. Copy it, and I'll just paste it over here. Paste it. Okay, so basically we are rounding the progress, whatever the, let's say if I'm sending the value as here 10.35 or something. So this basically this value is going to be uploaded dynamically, so no issue, no worries about that. If I'm sending the value like this, something like this, so that value will get rounded and it will be shown in the percentage value. Okay, so I think this is pretty much done. Save the changes. Now still there is nothing, but if you change the state value as a true, see, this is what we get. It's showing that nice loading option, and it's showing that that 10% or something like that, that value which I'm passing over here, which the value I'm passing over here, that is showing as 10%. Later we need to share the upload progress over here, the dynamic progress, so that will be changed constantly and it will display in a percentage value like that. All right, so now let's go ahead and change this to default state as a false. Now the file uploader is ready. Now I can use this uploader whenever I need it in different patterns. Now what I need to do is the loading section is finished. The file loading section is finished. So that's like the same way. Now we need to design the main part of uploading the uploading UI, where we can design the uploaders and all those things. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that stuff now. All right then. So right after here, what I'm going to do is open it. If image is not loading, if the image is not loading, then what I need to do, I need to render a component. Okay, I'm going to render a component. I'm going to get, I open the React fragments, and here I'm just going to say file uploader, which this component is not yet there. If it is so okay, so we need to, I'm checking, I'm opening a React fragment over here, and of course we need to get a song URL. So basically, if you once it's uploaded to the Firebase, it will returns you a downloadable URL. If the URL is there, that means you having a image or an audio or whatever it is, right? See, currently it doesn't have that image URL. So when I click it, it's opening, and when I click open, so it's uploading now. Once it's 100% uploaded, Firebase will returns you a download URL. See, now using that download URL, we are loading that image here. If the download URL is not there, we are displaying that file uploader. All right, so that's what we need to do here. So basically, I'm just going to check over here. I need to create a state for song or the audio URL. So what you can do is, so here we can say we are going to create one more state. So use state snippet, that is going to be song image cover, and that is, for the time being, it's going to be null. It's going to be null. So here, if I do have that song, so song, so I'm going to check, if not song image cover, then render this component. Otherwise, what do you want to do? Okay, if not image song cover, I'm going to render the file uploader. If there is that song, then I'm going to create this division. I'm just going to, for the time being, I'm just going to keep it as a division, just like that. So because we don't have this file uploader, let's go ahead and create that file uploader now. So here, export const file uploader. So if you need this component again and again somewhere else. So instead of creating as an internal component, you can keep it as a different component itself, but I'm not going to use it anywhere apart from here. So I'm just keeping as an internal component itself. Okay, and of course if it is need any property or anything, it can render that prop. Okay, so here I'm going to return a component, and for the time being I'm just going to say it is a division. Save the changes. So let's see how it's looking. Nothing so far, nothing. So that means no errors and everything is so far so good. So here now what we are going to do is inside this image uploader now. So first you have to think what are the properties we need to send, what are the props we need to create for this file uploader. So let's say I need, so if if here you can see we are trying to reuse the same component. If it is an image and if it is an audio, we will get two download URL. So image URL and as well as the download as well as our audio URL also, right? We need to set that state. So we need to send the state over here, which is going to be, for instance, let's say if I'm trying to upload the image, so I need to set this state, set song image cover, something like that, URL state. We need to send this state, then only we can set this value for the state. If the same way I'm trying to do for audio also, I do have one more function over there, so I need to send this method. So that is one property. And then of course we need to get the progress, how much progress is uploaded, so progress. And of course we need to get the loading state also, whether it is loaded or still it's loading. So we need to get the loading status also. These are the things we need to do now. So let's go ahead and do that stuff, everything. All right, so what we need to do is I'm going to create the states, all the necessary states. So first state is going to be a function, set function, like update. We are going to say update state. So I'm going to send, right now we are uploading the image, so set song image cover, that's the prop we are sending. And right after that one more prop is needed, that is for our progress. Okay, so this is going to be set progress, how much progress it's been done. So for image progress we need to set one more state. So what is the state is going to be? Right after here, use state snippet, that's going to be image upload progress. Okay, image upload progress, initially it is going to be 0, and I'm going to use that over here, image upload progress, right? That will be displayed, and here I'm going to send set image upload progress. So basically inside that file uploader I will update that progress by using, then this value will get updated and that will be displayed when the image is uploading. Okay, that is one. Then I need to send the loading, is loading property, is loading prop, is loading equals set image loading. Okay, we need to set the set image loading, this one, set is image loading, that is a property. And of course we need to create the alert and all those things, that we will do later. Okay, just for the time being we are just creating all those properties and everything. So let's go ahead and get all those props over here. So what are the progress, what's the props we created? Update state, copy it, and set progress, copy it, and is loading, copy it, paste it. So these are the properties which we created, and those properties has been done. So now let's go ahead and create those stuffs which is really recommended. Okay, so here now what we need to do is I'm just going to inside here, instead of this I'm just going to name it as a label. Instead of division I'm going to label that label. going to say it is a label, and inside this label we are going to say I'm going to create a div, and that is going to have a class name called flex, of course, and everything should be in a flex column direction, flex column, and items, everything should be in the center of the screen, and justify the content in the center, and height it's going to be full. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one more division inside, and that is going to have a class name, and that's going to have a flex and flex column, of course. Then what we need to do is justify the content in the center and align the items in the center, and the cursor is going to be the pointer. And inside this division we are going to create a paragraph tag, and that paragraph tag is going to be font bold, and the text is going to be 2XL. Okay, and inside this paragraph I'm going to upload an icon, vi cloud upload. That's an icon we are going to use. And right after this paragraph I'm going to create one more paragraph tag, and that is going to be the class name, and the text is going to be LG. Okay, inside here I'm just going to say click to upload. So if let's say so what we need to do is wait a second, just a moment, because we need to verify whether the file is going to be, if it is an image or it's an audio, so we need to make sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one more property. I'm going to create one more property called, basically we are trying to upload two different files, one is image and another one is audio, so that is going to be is image, and this is going to be a boolean value. So the place where I'm uploading this, when I'm using this file, so this is the place I'm using. If it is an image, if the property is an image, then I'm going to send the value as true. Okay, if it is an image, then I'm going to send the value as true, and I'm going to use that value over here. Save the changes. Now we are sending the property as image true. All right, so how it's looking over here, time being it's looking like this. Click to upload something. So here what I'm going to say is if the image is true, then display the text as, I'm going to display the text as click to upload an image. Otherwise I'm going to say click to upload an audio. All right, this is the text. Save the changes. Now you can see click to upload an image, basically because this is an image uploader file, so that's the reason it's showing click to upload an image. Song cover. Okay, something like that, song cover image or song image or something. You can keep it as much as simple. I'm just going to keep it as image itself, song image. Okay, click to upload an image and click to upload an audio. So basically now this is done. So right after here, now what we need to do is then what we need to do, we need to keep an input file. So once you click that, it's need to start uploading it. So right after this division, after this entire division, I'm going to keep an input tag input, and that is not going to be a text, and that is going to be a file, because that's going to upload it in our file. And name is going to be upload file. That's the name of the tag name, and what kind of file it's need to accept. This is the trickiest part over here, because if it is an image, it should accept image file, all kinds of image file. If it is an audio file, it should accept all kinds of audio files. So I need to check it over here. So if $image is image, if it is an is image, then you should accept image / star. So basically you should accept all the kinds of image. If it is an audio file, then you should accept audio / star. So that will indicate this input tag to accept all kind of image file and as well as the all kind of audio file. All right, so but now we can see it's showing like this, but it's not supposed to show like this. So what I need to do is right after here, I'm going to say class name. Okay, so class name is going to be width 0, height 0. Say the changes. Now you can't see them over there, but when you move over there, when you click it, see, it's opening. When you click inside this label, it's open that input tag. All right, so it's working perfectly how we are expecting. So basically now the input file is triggering. So now what I need to do is, once I get this, this image file is chosen, I need to trigger a function. So I'm going to trigger a function over here on change. Whenever you change, we are going to call a function called upload file, which we haven't created. This method needs to be created. So copy this, and right after here I'm going to create a function called const upload, and that is an arrow 6 function. Open it. So basically we are trying to create a function over there. So this function is going to have an event, because we need to choose what kind of file we choose. Okay, event, and inside this event we need to change the loading. This loading progress needs to be changed. So is loading is going to be true. Okay, so that means if you are sending a file as is set image loading, that means the set image loading will become true. Then this will start loading progress. All right, so that's the reason we are writing is loading as a true. Then after here, what I need to do is I need to get that file. So const file uploaded file, I'm getting that file. Const uploaded file is equals, because we don't know whether that image file or anything, so we need to give a reasonable name. If you change it as an image file, then it will confuse you later when you are reversing the code again. So e dot target dot files, I'm getting the first index of the file, because we are not selecting the multiple file, so we do have only one value in that array, that is the 0th index. So we are getting that 0th index. So save the file, and I'm just going to console.log it for the time being. Console.log, I'm going to say uploaded file. Save the changes. Now let me open the inspect elements, keep it side by side console. Let me clear everything and click here, click it, it's loading. Now you can see only the image files, it's not highlighting all the other files. I can choose only the image files. So let's say I'm choose this one and click open. Now we can see we are getting the target element. This is not supposed to print in this way. Why it is printing? Oh, okay, my bad. I just, instead of uploaded file, I printed a function. That's the reason it's printing the values which is inside that function. But you can see that, see, now it started loading, because basically the image loading, it's triggered, so it started loading. Okay, so close it and refresh it, because again we need to see that option. So let me refresh it, save the changes. All right, now if I, after this, I'm going to change this, I'll change the state to false again, because otherwise it will constantly loading. I'll change this load state to a false. Okay, so let me keep the inspect elements side by side. Console, close it, trigger it, and choose a file, upload. Now you can see that we do have that what kind of file it is, type of the file, and what is the size of the file, and what is the name of the file. We do have the complete file informations over here. So now we just need to push this to our Firebase storage. So that's the reason we are going to do it right now over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start doing it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to we need to think wisely, because we can't repeat the same progress over and over again over here. We need to use the same kind of code, and that need to be reusable. So what we can do is Okay, we'll try, and if there is any possibilities later, we'll try to change it. Okay, so for the time being, I'm just going to delete these two lines, delete it. And then now what I'm going to do is I need to get the storage reference where you are going to store. So I need to get the storage reference. Const storage reference is equals. Okay, so ref is a function which we already imported from the Firebase storage. Okay, reference, and I do already refer the storage which is for our Firebase storage. If you scroll up, you can see we already imported the stuffs, everything which is necessary. Reference is from the Firebase storage method, and the custom storage method also, the storage, where is the storage is coming from? Here, see, storage is coming from our own configuration, Firebase config. Okay, so now what I need to do is storage, I need to give a location where I need to save. If you go to your Firebase storage here, if you go back to the storage of your, you can see you do have two folders, audio and images. So if it is an image, then you need to go navigate to images folder. If it is an audio, you need to navigate to audio folder. So right after this storage location over here, I'm going to check, open a dynamic string. I'm going to check dollar is image. If it is an image, then what you need to do, you need to reroute the user to which folder? This specific folder, this folder. So right click, we can't do, copy the name and paste it. Don't make any mistakes. That's the reason I'm just copying it and pasting it over here. Okay, and I don't need this slash over here. Then if it is not, then what I need to do, I need to send the folder to audio folder, audio. Okay, and along with that file name, because sometimes if you're uploading a same file also, it will make a problem because that file will be replaced to then that downloaded URL will be not usable. So to avoid that, what I'm going to do is after this, okay, after this I'm going to say slash, along with that add the current instance. So this is just a folder. Okay, we are mentioning the folder name. Inside this folder, I'm going to say create a file with a name with date dot now method, so that will gives you the string in a number. Okay, string numbers. Okay, along with that I'm going to add the file name dollar. We are going to get that uploaded file, uploaded file dot name. Inside that we do have a file name property for the uploaded file name. So basically I'm instructing it to check if it is an image, go to this image folder and go inside that image folder and then create a file name by using the date.now. Let's say if the current system date, it will take the current system date and it will shows the file name as 1678, something like that. Okay, and you will understand once you upload how the file name is going to be stored inside our file. Okay, so now we finished the storage reference. Now what I need to do is I need to push the storage reference to the upload task. So now we need to start the upload task. So const upload task. So okay, so equals, so if you're not sure about this, where I'm getting all these codes and everything, you can find this code inside your documents itself. If you click go docs, go to the docs from your Firebase project, go to the docs and search for file upload. If you search for file upload, what's exactly happening right now for the code? So here, upload the files with the cloud storage on the web. So first option, if you scroll down, you can see how you need to create the storage reference and all those things. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can find the complete section, how to upload with, this is the one we are using. We are creating this upload task and we are checking the state change and we are uploading it. If there is any error, how to handle the error, and if the once it's got you, how you are getting the download URL and how you are checking the progress and everything. Basically I'm using this code template. Okay, so go through this and you can understand what exactly happening over there. So let me minimize it and put it over there, and let me go back to the design. This is the design, and over here we are creating the upload task right now. And for that to upload, what function you need to use? You need to use the upload bytes resumable. Okay, so upload bytes resumable. This is the function provided by your Firebase, and you need to supply your storage reference which we created, and you have to upload your file. You have to supply your file which you selected, uploaded file. Okay, semicolon. And right after here, I need to progress the task, upload task on upload task. Okay, dot on. There is a method called on, and that will trigger an event called state changed. State changed. If there is any changes in that state, that will trigger three different functions: snapshot for uploading the snapshot, and for error handling, and for your download URL. So that will give us three different functions. Okay, so the first function is going to be snapshot. I'm going to say snapshot, and that is the first function. And of course you will get the second function. If there is any error is going to happen, you can get that error. And the last one is going to be your download URL. So we do have three different functions over there. Okay, save the changes. In the first function, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the progress. I'm going to get the progress of the upload. So that's the reason we have this set progress method. So I'm going to say set progress. So basically the set progress now currently is resembling, it's using this one, image upload progress. Okay, so that will display the number, how much percentage it's uploaded. So set progress is equals, I'm going to say, so you can copy this line from here, this one, snapshot, and this line, exactly copy this line and paste it here. No changes in that. Just copy it and paste it. That's the exact thing we are using here. Okay, so snapshot dot byte transfer divided by snapshot by total bytes into 100%. So that will gives you the exact progress. Currently it's how much it's uploaded. Okay, so then what we need to do is, if there is any error, on uploading, so error, if there is any error, I'm just, for the time being, I'm just going to say console.log error. Okay, and if there is no error, then get the download URL. We need to get the download URL. So we are going to use the method called get download URL. Open it, and you need to give the reference upload task dot snapshot, upload task dot snapshot dot reference. That's a reference that will returns a promise, because using that reference we are getting the download URL, and we are going to, I'm going to say download URL, open it, open a function, and here I need to set that file URL. What is that uploaded URL? So here we can say set song image cover. This is the what we are saying, that download URL. That's the one we are setting, right? Yeah, image cover. Yeah, that's the one we are setting right now. Yeah, so here now what we need to do is, here I'm going to say set, I'm going to say update state. Update state is the function which is the property we are using. We need to update that state. So update that state by using, we need to set that value update state. What we are going to update is that downloaded URL. Okay, that's the update state. This is the one we are going to set. Later we need to change the alert messages and everything. So what I'm going to say is loading is going to be false. All right, so for snapshot is a mistake. So what we can do, why it's showing an issue for snapshot? We do have the property over here. Copy it and paste it, paste it, paste it. Oh god, my bad. Snapshot upload task dot snapshot. Okay, so now it's fine. So now if you are clicking it, click it, that will load the file, loading it. So click any image, click it, nothing is happening. Why? We change the state to, is there any mistakes in the console? Yeah, no, it's loading. Inspect. Actually, there is a mistake, I think so. Cannot read the undefined property of name. Cannot read the undefined property of the name. Refresh it. Let's inspect. Keep the console. All right, so here what we can do is, let me keep this one side and click to upload now. Choose an image, open it. It's changing. Look at that, now it's working 100%. Yeah, basically now our image is uploaded and everything is done, and the division, see, the plain division is loaded now. So our image is uploaded now, and inside this we don't have anything. So here, if the image cover is not there, we are doing this. If there is an image cover, then what you have to do, we didn't mention anything, so that means our file is uploaded successfully. If you go to the images, you can see that file is uploaded successfully. This is the file which we uploaded now. It's showing the current date string, and it's uploading along with that file name. So this file is uploaded successfully now. So let me delete this file because we can re-upload it again. And we have to keep the delete option also. If the user wants to change it, he needs to change that action also. So let's see. Let's go here and write inside. Now what we want to do, we'll start writing the code for that. So what we need to do is, if that image, that song cover, if that image song cover, if the download URL is there, then what you want to do, let's close this because that state need to be updated. And let me upload it one more time. Choose the same image because, okay, so now it's uploading. Once it's uploaded, it will show that plain division. Okay, now we do have that state. So here, inside here, so class name, of course, that's going to take the complete width. So relative, make it as a relative position, and it should take the complete width full, height full, whatever the height available, take it, and overflow hidden. There is no, it should not be no overflow, and rounded MD. And inside this division, I'm going to say, I'm going to bring the image. So img image, and that image is going to be your song image cover. All right, and I'm going to say the class name is going to be your width full, height full, and object cover. Say the changes. So that should load that image over here right now. Look at that, we do have that image right now. That image is loaded successfully. Okay, because this is the image we uploaded, and that's the image is loaded over there. And of course, I need to bring one more button at the right side or left side corner. So we need to display that image, and we need to delete that image by using an action, not by every time going up deleting by that. So I'm going to bring a button, and inside that button, I'm just going to bring md delete icon. That's the icon we are going to use, and I'm going to say class name as a white. Text white. Okay, And for this save changes, and for this button, what we have to do is we need to bring this button as a position absolute. Right now this button is not available because of the overflow hidden. Okay, so type, we are going to change this as a button, and class name is going to be absolute, and it's going to be in the bottom 3, and I'm going to keep it in the right side 3, and padding I'm going to say 3, and rounded full, and I'm going to say bg red 500, text excel, and cursor pointer, outline none, border none. Okay, and on hover I'm going to say shadow md, and duration it's going to be 200, transition all, transition all, ease in out, save the changes. So that should bring the button over there. Look at that. Now we do have the nice button over here. When you click this, we need to delete that action. We need to delete that uploaded file, the file whatever it is uploaded, we need to delete that uploaded file from that location. So I'm going to have an on click event, on click, we are going to call and callback function. We are going to say delete file object, whatever the file object, it is an image or a file, it doesn't matter, because we have that URL now, the song URL, whatever the URL we have. Okay, I'm just going to send that song URL here, song image cover, that image cover, and I'm going to say, because this is an image, right, we know that this is an image, so we are going to send that as image, because we need to send the reference, what kind of file it is an image or whatever it is. So what it is, what kind of folder name, so we need to send the folder name where it's need to go. So that's the reason I need to go to the folder. Okay, so this is the folder name we are given here. Of course it will throw an error because this file is not there, so we need to create this delete file object. So let's go ahead and create this delete file object. So let me open the support functions, and right over here I'm going to create that. So export const delete object equals, and that's going to take two different parameters. Okay, so that's going to take the two different parameters. One is the URL, of course the URL, and another one is the actually what we can do is, instead of sending this file location here, I can send it as true. That means basically we are trying to delete an image object, so true. Here I can check that. Here I can say is image or what is it, is image or what. Okay, and open a function. Okay, so what I'm going to say here is we need to update the state. So instead of keeping it here, I need to keep it inside that location itself, so it will not confuse us. I can keep it right after here. Okay, so that I don't need the export anymore, just a normal function, it's enough. Here I'm going to say if is image, that means basically if it is image is true, then what I'm going to do, set image uploading progress. Set the image uploading progress. Oh, what is the state we do have? Oh god, the state is completely confusing. Set image loading. Change the set image loading to true. Okay, that's what we are going to do. And then set song cover as a null object. Once you click that, we need to set the song cover as a null object, so it will be start the loading process and it will remove that state as a null. So this image will be removed. So once this image will be removed, again it will show us as an click to upload such option. And right after here, what I need to do is, of course, I need to delete this reference. Okay, of course I need to delete that reference. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is so this will not be, this line should not be here. We need to write this line once we delete it. Otherwise, if you make it null itself, then how it will catch that image URL? So you should not write that line. So const delete reference equals reference of, use the storage which we already created, Firebase config, go to that storage and try to figure it out, this URL, try to find out that URL, and once you find out that URL, delete it. Okay, once you delete it, once you get the delete reference, now use the delete object method. This is the method which is going to delete by using the delete reference. Once you delete it, it will return a promise. Okay, and we are going to call a callback function. Inside that function, now what I need to do, I need to set that option as, so I need to set that set song image cover as a null. Once that file is deleted, then what I need to do, I need to set the image loading progress as a false. Save the changes. Now if I click this, it's changed. Look at that, changed. Now the image is also deleted. It should be deleted. Now if I click this images again, there is no, that image is not there. Let me upload it one more time. Click it, upload it. It's uploading. Once it's uploaded, we are getting that button and we are getting that image, and let's make sure whether the image is uploaded or not. That image is uploaded. If you go back, if you click that, it's deleted, and you can see, click that image again, that's deleted. So successfully we uploaded an image file and we deleted that image file. So now we have to do the same thing for our audio file, just exactly the same thing what we did for here, we did here. Okay, so file loader, file uploader, it's working perfectly. The only thing we have to repeat is we have to create the state exactly the same way without mismatching and all those things. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the state now. Okay, what are the states we created now? For the, this is for the song title. Okay, fine. And this is for song image cover and uploading progress. So we need to create 3 different states for our audio now. So use state snippets. First one is going to be audio image cover, fine, and that is going to be null. And the second one is going to be use state snippet uploading progress. So audio uploading progress, and that is going to be 0. And the last state is loading. So use state is audio loading, that is going to be false. These are the states which we need to create. So the states has been created now. So let's go here, and what I can do is I can simply duplicate this state completely, duplicate this division, copy this division from here to here, from where here to there. Okay, so click here and click here, copy it, and then this is for audio file uploading, audio file uploading. Enter and paste it. So we just need to change, instead of is image uploading, I need to change is audio uploading. Instead of image uploading progress, I need to say audio uploading progress. Instead of image uploading, audio loading. Instead of song image cover, audio image cover. Instead of song image cover, I need to say audio image cover. Same thing, audio image cover. And here we need to send it as false because this time it's going to be audio file. And I think that's it. Save the changes. All right, but still it's showing true. Okay, here I forget, here false. Save the changes. All right, it's audio. Of course we need to change here also, set audio image cover, set audio uploading progress. That's the one, right? Okay, set audio uploading progress, and set is image, set audio loading. Okay, these are the things. All right, so I don't have any audio file right now, so let me download some audio file from the YouTube audio library. YouTube audio library. Let me open the YouTube audio library. Audio library. My internet is slow. Why? Okay, so let me download any audio file from here. So let me download any audio file. So that's been downloading now. So let me download few more audios. Okay, so I downloaded nearly 3 to 4 audio files now, which is necessary for uploading and progress. Okay, so let me go back here and let me bring it back to the normal process. And now click here. This should show only the audio files right now. Right now it's not showing anything except the audio files. See, it's showing the audio files alone. So let me choose this and click open. So that's starting uploading now. All right, and the problem is this time this is not going to be an image one, it's going to be an audio. So instead of displaying as an image, what you need to do is we need to display it as an audio file. So that's the reason it's showing that image as an this, you can see, because that's not a proper image source, that's an audio audio file. So we need to load the audio file. To load the audio file, instead of using normal just a moment. Where is that? Come on. Image audio asset. Instead of using the audio, we have to use, instead of this image reference, I need to use the audio tag. Use the audio tag. Source is going to be your audio image cover. Actually this is not image cover, right? Okay, let's leave it as it is itself. I thought it's an image cover. It's not an audio image cover. That's an audio file. So we have to change the state value. So now that should load the audio tag. Nothing is happening. Let me delete it. Something is wrong. with the code what we created. Audio, the file itself, it's not uploaded. See, the file itself, it's not uploaded. That's the reason nothing is happening. Let's open the console and see what's happened. Console, we do got 4 different errors. Uncaught promise does not exist. Okay, because the file is not uploaded, that's the reason it's showing that issue. So file uploaded, set audio image cover. Okay, set uploading progress, set is image is the false. Of course it is false, so it will goes to here. If the false, this will be, so let me console log the file also. Console dot log uploaded file, because we need to see what kind of file it is being uploaded. Console, open the console, close it, and here if I click this, now it's showing, it's allowing us to choose only the mp3 file. Choose the mp3 file. Okay, open, and we loaded a proper file only, audio file only. It's loading and it's uploading now. It's perfectly. But once it's showing the upload status, now we got the file here, but why it's not showing the, we got the file there, and why it's not showing the audio tag? That's the reason it's confusing me a lot. Where is the audio tag? Oh, my bad. You have to add the controls. We didn't give the controls. Now that will display the controls into audio tag, including the controls. Look at that. So if you play it now, so that's playing now. We successfully uploaded that audio file, and it's uploaded and everything is working fine so far. There is no mistakes. So it's taking some time to compile it. That's it. Maybe because I think my laptop is too much heat now. Maybe that's the reason it's showing like that. I don't know why it's too much hot. Maybe it's progressing too much. I think so. But what we need to do is we need to keep this thing in a center location. So what I can do is I can make this right after here. I can make as a flex, make a flex item center, justify the center. Now that will be in the center location like this. Okay, so then now if I want to, now the file is there, we see the file, and if you want to delete this file, of course click delete, nothing is happening. What's the issue now? We do have this file, but it's showing that file is not existed. That file is here only. Oh, it's deleted. Then why it's not updating the state? So okay, inside the deleted object we didn't change the state here. My bad, I forget here, because once you click the delete, we just changing the image loading option. So here I need to set audio is audio loading as true, and here I need to change the set audio image cover as null. So guys, my mistake. So this is not an image cover. Change this as an audio URL, because it's not an image, it's a URL, audio file. So while the time when I'm creating the state, I mismatched it, so change it. And set is audio loading as false. These are the things we need to do. Actually the function is working fine. I'll show you why, because we forgot to add this line. That's the reason it was not showing the loading option. When I click now, it's coming, and I can choose the image file, open. So now it's loading, and it's showing the progress, how much percentage it's being uploaded. Okay, instead of displaying number, if you want to keep a display styling like showing the progress options and all those things, you can choose that one. But for me, I think this is enough just to show the number. But if you're creating a real-time project, you have to show the progress bar. Okay, so design yourself a progress bar instead of displaying a number. So now it's been uploaded, and the song, it's been loaded in our audio tag. You know that, see, it's showing 3 minutes. Once you click start playing, it's working perfectly. And as the same way, if I click this, now we can see the song is completely deleted. If you go and check the uploaded data, that song will not be here, because it's uploaded and it's being deleted. And we successfully uploaded the songs and the images files and everything. All right, so these are the things which is necessary for our the songs. So we successfully done pretty much what this one. Then all I have to do is just to create this send button. Okay, so what you can do is, instead of creating instead of keeping a send button commonly for everything, entire thing, so what I did is I just created the send button for upload the image, uploading the song details separately, artist details separately, and the album details separately. So keep a send button for different progress. Okay, otherwise you can keep a common button to save entirely in a single shot. Okay, but I don't want that. I'm just going to keep a send button over here. So what I can do is, right after here, we can create a button. So scroll, where is that? This is the md delete, and this is the audio file uploading, and this division is finishing right after here. So I need to create a button over here for the so div, you can say class name, and I'm going to say flex item center and justify center. Okay, and I'm going to say width as how many pixels, almost we can say 96 pixels is enough. We'll see, if we want to increase, we can increase. Then inside here, so what we need to do is, we need to bring a loading button. So I'm going to show a disabled button, how to show a loading button. So if you search for Tailwind loading button, if you search for loading button, you can find the Flowbyte website where I found the loading button. This one, you can copy any kind of style as you wish. I'm using this one. You can copy it, just like you have to copy this line and you have to paste it inside. Okay, so let's go ahead. I have already having that one, so let me copy that one, where it is, where the disable button. All right, so let me copy this disable button. So just a moment, copy it from here, copy it, and I'm going to create that as a component here. This is the disable button which I'm using. You can change the colors and everything when it's loading, but I'm just going to keep it as it is because there is no time. So I'm just going to keep it as it is. This is the disable button. Let me minimize it. And here what I'm going to say is if is song, if is image is loading, or is audio is loading. If anything is loading, then I'm just going to change the button style. I'm going to load this disabled button. I'm going to load this button if anything is loading. Why we are getting error? Else, if it is not loading, then I'm going to define a button. Okay, so I'm going to define a button with motion dot button. Inside this motion dot button, I'm going to send an option called save the song, or save song something. Okay, and here while tap, I'm going to reduce the scale to 0.75, and right after here I'm going to give a class name that is going to be px8 py2 rounded md, text going to be white color, and bg red is going to be 600, and hover I'm going to say shadow lg. Save the changes. All right, let's see whether we are getting the button or not. Look at that, we are getting the button. And I'm going to say this button has used the width as much, width full. Okay, still it's not changing. What's the issue? It might be then. And that, I think that is because of the width over here what we are using. If I'm giving see. All right, so I think this is pretty much good. So over here now everything is fine, and then cursor pointer, say the changes. When you move your cursor over here, now it's changed. When you click it, this is the action we are getting now. So this is pretty much good now, pretty much done. And let's see how it's looking in the full screen. This is how it's looking in the full screen. So we have to do something to change it in the full screen. Instead of this is the way it's showing over here, right? Yes, this is the container. So what we can say here as width is going to be 880 pixels. Save the changes. All right, so this is how it's looking now. And this should be in the center. So what I can do is, instead of giving a width for this, I can wrap this entire thing completely. From where? From here. Okay, from here to here. Cut it and create one more division and paste it here. Save the changes. It looks like that. Like this. See, it's looking like this. So basically we need to add some options here now. So what we can, I think we can leave it as it is. think I can leave it as it is. All right, this is fine. This is fine because the entire layer structure is changing. Okay, fine. You can just play around with this option and create your own custom design. For me, so far is fine with me. So this is enough with me now. So then what I need to do is, all we have to do, write the click event for our that send button. The send button, when I'm clicking send button, where is the send button? This is the button. When I'm clicking the send button, I need to save the song. So on click, I need to write a function to save a song. So this is the function. So copy it. So where is the function? It is. So right after the delete song, I'm just going to say const save song is equals save a song. So here we are going to save a song. So let's go ahead and write a function to save that song. So delete, we already did the delete objects and everything. Okay, so here we need to set the save song. So we haven't created the alert messages and everything, that we have to create the alert message. All right, so let's see what we can do now. So here, if I'm just checking if is audio is loading, or if is image is loading, not loading, you need to check the file, the state. If is cover image, no, song image cover, or audio image cover, if these files are missing, oh god, if these files are missing, then what we need to do is, if these things are missing, if not, that means the state is not there. If these things are missing, then what we need to do, we just need to throw an alert. So here we need to throw the alert. We need to throw the alert that we haven't created. We need to create the alert boxes and everything. If it is not, if it's having a value, then I need to save the song. I need to save the song name and all those things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to say the loading progress, the entire loading progress again. So set is audio loading to true, and that's going to true, and set image loading to true. Okay, we are changing these to true. Then what I need to do is, I need to get the data. So const data equals, first is the name property, name. We do have that name, song name, and then the second property is the image URL. So image URL. Okay, so these are the values which we are having from our server. So go to your server and copy it. So if you go to the songs, you can see these are the things. Copy it to avoid mistakes, and then paste it over here. Hold your alt key or option key in your Mac, click it, click it, click it, click it, and delete all these stuffs, delete it. All right, so here this is going to be the song name, and in the image URL is going to be song image cover, and here is going to be audio image cover, and album, we are going to say album filter, which we are having, not all artist and all those things. We need to get that album filter because we will choose the albums. So here what you need to do is, the place inside this function, I'm getting that state value. This is the state value. I have to collect those values also. Go to the filter buttons. This is the place where we are using the artist filter, album filter, and all those things. So let me copy this, and I'm going to use this over here, paste it. Okay, and I'm going to give it here. So I'm going to say for album, I'm going to say album filter. For artist, I'm going to say artist filter.
For language, I'm going to say language filter. For category, I'm going to say filter term. So these are the data which we needed. Save the changes. Okay, now we do have that data. Then once you have that data, now what we need to do, I need to save the song. Okay, so that's the reason we have this method save new song. Save new song. In API we created that save new song. So let me open that thing. Index. In the API we do have that save new song. Where is that save new song? You can see that remove user. So we have it here. Wait a second. I think we haven't created that save new song. Control F, save new song. No, we haven't created. Then from where this is coming from? Save new album and all those things, and from where it's coming? Okay, so this is just showing that value. Okay, I haven't created that function. That's the reason. So you have to go to the index, because basically you can see that file is loading from your API. So you have to create that file. So here I have to create that file. So export const save new song is equals, that is an asynchronous method, asynchronous, and I'm going to send the data inside to this function, which data I'm going to save, and open the callback function and open the try and catch. Of course it should be inside a try and catch. If it is there isn't any error, I'm just going to say return null. I'm not going to return anything. I'm just plainly returning a null object. And if that value is trying to save, this is the place where we are going to try to save. So const response. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste it. You can find this code in the description box and you can use that code over here. So paste it. So basically we are using the post method, and I'm using this link and I'm sending this data. Okay, so here why I'm using the spread operator is because inside that data we do have I don't need to send the complete data object itself. I just need to send the value which is inside the data object. That's the user I'm using the spread operator over there. Okay, then I'm waiting for the response. Once you get that response, we are sending the data as a song. So if you go to your server and make sure what is the object you are returning back. So here you can see I'm returning the value as a saved song. So copy it and over here and paste that value over here, saved song. Okay, this is the value, that is the data it's going to save. This is the value it's returning back. Okay, so save the changes and go to your dashboard new song, and where is the save method we are created. So this is the save method, and here I need to send the data to it, the data which we have created. Then it's going to return a promise, and I'm going to get the response back. Okay, once you got the response back, I need to update that all songs list which we having in our context provider. So get all songs again. We are going to get that all songs again dot, then we are going to get the songs list completely. Okay, I'm going to call a callback function and I'm going to dispatch it again in our songs list. Where is it? Where is the use state value? I don't have the use state value, so we need to have the use state value now. So I do have the value here, use state value here. It's not showing, then dispatch. Oh god. Okay, dispatch, open the type. Okay, my bad. What is the mistake? I understand what is the mistake. This is supposed to be inside here, not outside. Open the thing and dispatch and open, and here what is the type you are going to do? So action type, set all songs, set all the songs, then all songs. Why I didn't copy? I don't have that thing. Okay, so we don't have that all songs here. So this is the, where is the initial state, and copy this all songs and go to your dashboard, new, and all artists, all albums. We don't have the all songs. So now I have to use that all songs over here. All songs is going to be our songs, which we fetched from our databases. Songs dot, let's check once again. Inspect, reference, components, context provider, value, expand the value. All songs is so far null. So when you calling all songs, let's go to the server and go to the songs. When you're getting all songs, where is the all songs? Get all. What I'm returning as a songs. Copy it and I'm going to paste it, not the data. I'm returning it as a songs information. So save the changes. Let's go ahead and try. Let's give a try now. So song name, I'm just going to give a song name. So let's say, okay, so new Finder window and downloads. What is the song name we do have here? When you are not looking. Okay, when you are not looking. Okay, so artist, this is not an artist anyway, we'll give it album. Category, let's say something like this, and image, we need to choose an image, right? So I'm choosing song cover, right? So I'll choose this one. Open it and let's choose the image audio file. So when you are not, open it. So that's loaded the audio file, and you can see the button loading is perfectly loading, and it's uploading the now audio file now. And now if I click save songs, I think it saved the file in the MongoDB database. Let's go ahead and verify the MongoDB. Where is the MongoDB? Here, songs. Here we go. It's loaded. See, this is the file. This is the song which I saved. Previously we have only one song. Now we do have two songs. The song is successfully saved, but the only thing the matter is we didn't change the state. That's the reason it's not updating the values and all those things. So we need to change the states and all those things. Once it's dispatched the songs and everything over here, once the songs, everything saved, just a moment. Once the song, this is the place where we are saving the song. Right after here, if it is saved, right after here, what I need to do is I need to change the everything. I need to change everything, and I have to change the value. I need to change all these values as a null value. We have to check, we have to do all those stuff. So set song name first. Set song name as a null. Okay, and set is audio loading. as a false, and set image loading as a false. And of course we need to make the value also set song image cover as null, and set audio image cover as null. And of course we need to remove all the filters. So to remove all the filters, I'm just going to copy these lines and paste it here. So I'm just going to dispatch these actions. We are going to say artist filter, language filter, everything as a null value. Save the changes. Okay, so dispatch is not defined. Why it's showing dispatch is not defined? We do have the dispatch. Oh god, spelling mistake. Dispath. Instead of dispatch, I just returned dispath everywhere. Oh my goodness. My bad, guys. Sorry. Okay, so let's refresh it and let's try one more time. Let's try to save on another song. So here, let's give another song. Here, let's try another song. What song we can give right now? Where is the another song file? Okay, read all over. Read all over. Okay, so artist and album and language category, choose an image. Let's load this one and choose an image. Audio, read all over, open. So let it upload. It's uploading, loading, and it's showing loading. So it's pretty much done now. Save the song. So look at that, everything is changed. Now if I go and check my MongoDB, all I have to do, refresh the data source, and here you can find that new song which we added. Look at that, it's added. So we pretty much done, guys. The song, everything is successfully added now, so it's working perfectly. So we successfully created the reusable codes which is really necessary for our necessary for our components, because we just try to reuse the entire components how much it's possible. Then all we have to do, we have to bring the artist, and as well as we have to bring the album. Okay, I'm going to keep the both of them in the same place itself, because we are using the file uploader. We need the file uploader. Instead of keeping it in a separate place, I'm going to keep everything in a single place. So that's what we are going to do next. All right then, so we successfully completed until the uploading the songs and all those things. So the next remaining part is we have to design this artist, and we have to design this album, and of course we need to bring the audio player, and of course we need to add the songs. We need to add the songs filters, and we need to add, when I click this, it should start playing the ad. See, it should start playing the musics, and we have to create this nice music player which just like that. See, with a nice background blur effect, we have to create this nice music player. And of course if I click this, that will be minimized and it will be in the corner. Once you click back, it will be come back again. And in the home screen, we have to bring that songs and everything. We have to bring that song, and see the still okay, still our music is the music player still is persisted. We need to bring this. So these are the stuffs we need to do, guys. And of course we need to create the playlist, so that we will decide, that we will create, and everything that will be uploaded in the next part. Okay, I'll see you all in the next part. So in the meanwhile, if you're having any questions or any doubt, please comment it. I will reply you back. All right, take care. Bye bye.